intense match we just witnessed, but we have one more match left for the day. Welcome back to the CBTF USPL in association with MTF. We're here at the SUNY Purchase Ground here in New York. Thank you to our principal sponsor, CBTF Speed News, the most reliable when it comes to news. And thank you to MTR, our associate sponsor. We're here at the toss where we have the Texas Cowboys versus the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. I have the Texas Cowboys captain, Gaurav Jaiswal, and Ryan Scott for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Cavaliers have the coin. Tails is the call. So Pennsylvania Cavaliers have won the toss. So what have you chosen to do and why?
So I've chosen a bowl, and just the fact that the conditions are overcast, and I pretty much pick a stronger bowling team. I gotta back my bowlers and try to get a good target on the board to chase, and hopefully we come out on top.
And coming in, you know, it's the last game for you guys in the tournament, in the league stage. What was the talk with the boys after that last game?
So after the last game, it was pretty much disappointing. So I pretty much let everybody know that we gotta come out, try to play our best game, and everybody gotta be on their best and do their job whenever they're called upon to help the team, because we really need to get over the bend and get the victory at the end of the day. If we lose, it's the end of the tournament. If we win, we could go a step further. So that's what we plan on doing.
Absolutely. And any changes to the squad from the last match?
There's 2 changes because of players that couldn't make it, so we pretty much try to capitalize on whoever comes in to do their job once they're called upon.
All the best. Well, Gaurav, lost the toss. What would you have chosen if you had won?
We wanted to bat first, so it's good for us. Anyway, we got the batting, so all good.
Yeah, and then I know for you guys, a must-win game, having that one abandoned game and coming in with a loss, definitely something for you guys, an important one for you.
Absolutely, this is a must-win game for us. This is the last group stage game as well. So, yeah, we definitely want to win it because the table is open after yesterday's game of Pennsylvania Cavaliers. So, yeah.
And then any changes to the squad?
Yeah, we have Salik coming back. Neil is not in the team. He has to go to DC. So Salik is playing. Waqas Ali, he's playing instead of Chiru. Those are the 2 changes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all the best. Thank you. Well, Pennsylvania Cavaliers have won the toss, and they'll be bowling first. Back to the studio.
Saleh Iqbal and so welcome back to the final game of day number 3. And this is a matchup between Texas Cowboys and Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Cavaliers, they've won 1, they've lost 1, and the Cowboys, they've lost their only game. So important matchup here, Matthew, as I welcome you back to the final game of a triple header. And it's all happening here at Purchase University Cricket Ground.
Final game of the day. We saw an absolute thriller concluding not too long ago. Hoping to have another great encounter here. Texas Cowboys, Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Hopefully the game lives up. And hopefully we can get a good contest.
I'm pretty sure we will. Saeed Abdullah and Saleh Iqbal. No stranger out in the middle, man. They would have played a long time with a pack first lineup. And they'll be facing up to Mario Laban. Both batsmen, especially Abdullah, would love to play shots. And the fast bowling of Mario Laban, he's having a very good series. And this will be a good contest. So we're ready for play. And here is the first ball. Oh, that's a good delivery. Abdullah can score. Good start here from Mario Laban.
Yeah, it's a very, very good bowler here, Mario Laban. He's got some height to him as well, and he's a very, very good pacer. A very underrated pacer. Someone who really runs in with a lot of effort.
Yeah, you're right on that. He's a very tall man. You could tell the pants probably ran out of cloth. And it's always a very tall man. Always hard to find pants that will fit them. You got to hunt for pants and trousers in the big and tall department for them. Couple of good balls here to start. Abdullah can score.
Two good players, two very attacking players out in the middle. Saeed Abdullah and Salek Iqbal.
And Matt, watch Salek Iqbal. He likes to go straight. The dimensions of this ground could suit him. And this has been a quality start from Mario Laban. 3 dot balls in a row. You can't ask for a better start.
Yeah, and given his bowling to Saeed Abdullah, one of the biggest hitters around. Very, very tidy stuff. Very good bowling here from Mario Laban.
And Matt, we saw a couple of weeks ago at the Unity Cup, Abdullah blazed himself to what, a 70 or something? But he batted extremely well. And if we could see one of those knock from Saeed Abdullah today, he will thrill the crowd watching this match. Not only here, but on live TV. Oh, there we go, smashed into the building. And that's gone for a massive 6.
Brilliant shot, Mario Laban going short. And Saeed Abdullah smashes that one into the building. What a hit there from Abdullah Saeed. That's gone a long way.
And Matt, it's a good thing that this building...
I would have been lost.
Well, the fact is, America has always made buildings of glass. And well, they'll be quite lucky. They'll be quite lucky this is all concrete. So there's no damage. If there's any damage, it has to be on the ball. So a lovely shot from Abdullah.
Lucky they have a building there. If there wasn't, then that would have gone a long way back. That would have taken some bit of retrieving. Thankfully, the building just ricochets it back.
So Salek Iqbal comes into strike for the first time. And Matt, you've seen Salek Iqbal many times. Player likes to go straight, mid-off, mid-on, straight down the ground. That could work for him today.
It would, and I think he'd be willing to target that area even more now that he's seen the dimensions and what this ground has to offer.
So they're off to a relatively good start. We've seen a tidy stuff from Mario Laban. We saw 6. Oh, that's a good delivery. I may have gotten the edge. And Stephen Ketwaru, we'll have to wait and see if there's not a signal. In fact, buys the signal, so no touch at all. And that will complete over number 1. And after 1, it's 8 without loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So we're back with the cricket. Salek Iqbal will be on strike. And it looks like Manoj Acharya has been thrown the ball. Yes, that's Manoj Acharya. And he will come into bowl to Salek Iqbal. Iqbal is yet to get off the mark. Eight for no loss. Cowboys would have been sent in here by Ryan Scott. Ryan Scott has had a very good tournament so far, but they're out on the fielding side at the moment. Taking on the pad, taking on the back foot, looking to play on the onside. No addition to the scores, 8 for no loss.
Manoj Acharya, quality bowler. Headed to the New Jersey Stallions for the upcoming minor league, so no longer with the Manhattan Yorkers. And there runs by his teammates. Hiren Patel, who we saw play a blistering innings. And there's a very good looking shot from Saleh Iqbal. Just making the point, he'll love to go straight. And boy, did he do that, and did it well. 6 runs to get off the mark for Saleh.
Yeah, look at that. Straight as an arrow. And they're going to target, as we have seen in 3 days of cricket. Batsman figuring out this ground and targeting the shorter side. And that shorter side is going straight. That's a good looking shot from Saleh Iqbal. He opens his account with a 6, 14 without loss. So checking the shot, looking to go through again, but checking the shot at the last moment. And Manoj Acharya will have to continue. So cool conditions here in Westchester County. Oh, pulled into the onside. Doesn't time it well. Ryan Scott is engaged. And a single to Saleh Iqbal and brings the hard-hitting Abdullah on strike.
Seven has come off this over so far, so not bad going here for the Texas Cowboys. 9 and over. 2 deliveries left, 15 on the board. Acharya. Abdullah straight to the fielder, so another dot ball.
Yeah, Matt, a couple of weeks ago we saw Abdullah blazing away for the Sky Strikers lineup. Haven't seen him bat it so well after a long time, Abdullah. But he's a ferocious hitter of the ball, and he doesn't bat anything lower than 1, 2, and 3. Oh, this one has kicked off a length, running up towards the boundary. Could be 4 byes. And in fact, wide is the signal from the umpire. So 5 wides. Look at that.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, we saw an ugly one, a nasty delivery earlier on in the day that struck the hand of Lendell Simmons. This one is perhaps part 2 of that. This goes for 5 wides. So Abdullah will get a single towards the onside. That will complete over number 2. And after 2 is 21 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Laban will continue. First of all, would have gone for 7 with 1, scoring big shot off the bat of Abdullah. That struck the building with a huge thud. And so he will come into bowl to Abdullah. Number 512 on his jersey. And I wonder what 512 means, Matt. Can be a cricket score. Will have to be the entire team score. You saw what England did to the Netherlands.
Something else, 498 of 50 overs against the Netherlands.
Yeah, big scores. I'm not too sure. We'll ask Nikhil when he comes back in the box which ODI match has been played with 3 centuries involved. I'm not too sure if I've ever seen one like that. Good bowling here from Laban. Just stifling the shot, attempting to play here by Salik Iqbal. He only gets a single. And a single that brings the hard hitting Abdullah. Is that a no ball? It is. So no ball is the signal from umpire Ron McFarlane. And now Abdullah will be the recipient of a free hit. And Matt, it's so punishing when Abdullah bats. You think every ball for him is a free hit. And now this one is a license for him to do whatever he wants. And so here's Laban. Will run into ball to Abdullah on the free hit ball. Oh, trying to smash it out of the park. Doesn't go too well. And it goes through to Stephen Ketwaru.
Yeah, Mario Laban doesn't suffer from the free hit delivery. Saeed Abdullah, ironically, the most aggressive batsman, doesn't get much from the free hit.
And here's a question for you. I mean, is it always good on a free hit to put in the big slug? Or sometimes look to play a shot that you can make contact with the bat? What do you think?
I think I'm a big believer in going for the slug of a free hit.
Well, I've seen occasion where sensible batsmen, knowing that they don't have a slug in their hand. For example, you look at a batsman of Abhishek Prabhu's ability. Would you encourage him off a free hit ball to just swing for the fences, something that he's not accustomed to, or look to drive the ball for a couple of runs?
I don't know. I think it depends on what the batsman feels comfortable with, what shot he backs himself to play. But I think on Abdullah Saeed, I'd back him to go for the big one off a free hit.
So wide is the signal. Score is 26 without loss. So very windy conditions, and if viewers are beginning to find that there's been some trembling of the cameras, and that is because of a very windy conditions here in at the Purchase College ground, cricket ground. Another single here to Abdullah, in fact to Salik Iqbal, and brings the hard hitting Abdullah back on strike. So 27 on the card. Mario Laban continues. So ball pulled into the onside. Ryan Scott, he's very fast. He comes around, making sure that the batsman only goes for a single. And Matt, as a batsman, do you know when to run or not to run depending on whose direction the ball goes to? If it goes to Ryan Scott, what do you do?
Ryan Scott is an amazing fielder. Safe hands, and he's very quick. I'd not challenge Ryan Scott's arm.
Oh, smashed! And without a doubt, that has gone a long way into the parking lot, and that's 6 runs.
That is a massive hit from Salik Iqbal. That was clean as well. Boom. Massive. Absolutely massive from Salik Iqbal. Finishes the over on a high. It's 3 done, 34 without loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Manoj Acharya will continue. His first over went for 13. And we have seen Laban, couple of overs, went for 19. They're off to a very good start, going at 11 and more and over. Abdullah gets a good quality delivery to start here from Manoj Acharya. And Matt, they're off to a good start. Texas, they've lost their first game. Pennsylvania Cavaliers have won one, they've lost one. And one of those wins would have been on a super over attempt. Good check shot here from Abdullah, sent back quite quickly. And he slips, but he was always in. Texas Cowboys haven't been sent in here. They're off to a good start, 34 without loss.
And a good start to this over from Manoj Acharya. We've seen some sixes in this innings already. 2 from Salih Iqbal at the non-striker's end. And 1 from the man on your screen, Syed Abdullah. He's on 11. Straight up, shouts of catch it. Fielder takes the catch. And Manoj Acharya gets the wicket. Syed Abdullah looking to go big, not quite getting hold of it. And the first wicket for the Texas Cowboys goes down. 2 fielders coming under it.
Looks like Kevin Shaw may have taken that catch. A well-judged catch, a couple of fielders engaged, but it was Kevin Shaw. What an excellent cricketer Kevin Shaw is turning out to be. The first wicket goes down, 34 for 1, Abdullah gone. In fact, yes, Abdullah gone. So Gaurav Jaiswal, the captain, comes to the middle. And the Cowboys have declared Jaladua, but we haven't seen Jaladua in the camp. And so wherever he is, maybe he'll need to get to the park as quickly as he possibly can. He would have batted at number 3. He batted a 3 yesterday. And so Gaurav Jaiswal comes to the middle. I wonder if he's good as the Jaiswal in the IPL. So Salih Iqbal on strike. In fact, yeah, Salih Iqbal. And during the course of this tournament, Matt, they haven't applied the rule that during the dismissal of a catch, the batsman stays their ground or will be sent back even if they run. So 35 for 1, they've lost Abdullah. Off a very high catch, well-judged catch from Kevin Shaw. And we're in the 4th over, being bowled here by Manoj Acharya.
Good one there from Manoj Acharya, beating Jaiswal on that occasion. 35 for 1 in the 4th over. They've lost the wicket of Syed Abdullah for 11.
And Matt, how many times we'll see when wicket falls, down goes the run rate. Oh, it's in the air again. Ryan Scott. Oh, he takes a catch after the second attempt. And take a look at that. Into the safe hands of Ryan Scott.
Well, the hands look not so safe for a second, but he managed to get it on the second try. Ryan Scott, got it on the 3rd try, actually. Didn't catch the second juggle, but catches a catch, and Manoj Acharya has his 2nd wicket. Jaiswal is gone without scoring. 35 for 2 at the end of 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Johan comes to the middle, 35 for 2. And Johan has given us several names to go with, Matt. Originally Johan Disanayaka, and later on that was changed to Johan Wickramasinghe. And now he comes in with Johan Samara Wickrama. So a long list to work with.
Either way, we know it's Johan, so Johan.
So he comes in here with a couple of wickets to have fallen in a quick time. And so bowling change. Mario Laban gets a relief. And I want to think this is Malik Sohail Awan, but we'll confirm all of that.
Yeah.
So Malik Sohail Awan comes into the attack, got 4 for 30 in the opening day of the Penn Cavaliers game. And so he's been among the wickets, will come into bowl to Salik Iqbal. Iqbal will have to play a very good hand here with the departure of Abdullah and Captain Jaiswal. What do you make of the pitch so far from what you've seen?
It's held up very well. It's led to some very good cricket here. I think that things will only get better.
Yeah, it has allowed the players to hit through the line. And here is Awan, runs into bowl to Iqbal, goes down the leg side, eludes Ketwaru. And they go through for what could be in fact, a couple of wides.
So again, that one just rising up on Katwaru. Salik is on strike, is on 15. One of the top power hitters around the New York area, and will find himself playing minor league cricket for the Somerset Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's a quality player. Was absent from the squad yesterday, but he has turned out for the Texas Cowboys. They badly need a win here to put points on the table and to give themselves a better chance of playing in the latter part of this tournament, and that is the knockout stage. Ryan Scott does well keeping the body behind the ball. Only a single here to Salik Iqbal, 37 for 2, 38 for 2.
Johan Samar Wickrama, I believe, was at the APL.
Yeah, I've seen him. He might have played for Pakistan, Team Pakistan on that trip. A big expansive drive doesn't go too well, and it goes through to the former West Indies junior keeper, Stephen Ketwaru. Matt Ketwaru might have been part of the Guyana Amazon Warriors at one point.
Yeah, he would have. And Trinbago.
Not too sure if he has played a CPL game. Has always been on the bench. But even to be on a bench of a CPL match, you've got to be at a certain level, so no shame in that. Again, Johan can get touch onto the ball, and the ball goes through to Stephen Ketwaru.
Good over here from Malik Sohail Awan. Just a 3, and one of them being a wide. That went a couple of wides. So Johan Samar Wickrama yet to get off the mark. Starting to get better at pronouncing the name.
So this one goes down the leg side. May have touched something on its way through. Not called the wide, so that will complete over number 5, and after 5 is 38 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 38 for 2, 5 overs gone. Is this Kevin Shaw? Matt has been given the ball. Hey, looks to be, if he's number 5, that's Kevin Shaw. Very energetic young player. And we've seen how he can strike the ball. Took a very good catch to dismiss Abdullah. And now he comes into the bowling attack here with, what, 38 on the board?
Kevin Shaw, the complete package, can bowl, can field, and can bat. Salik Iqbal gets this one away, moves up to 17, gets Samro Ikrama back onto strike, who's yet to get off the mark.
So that's the Pennsylvania Cavaliers team roster. Things have really changed. We've seen several players coming in and some of them being a lot more active than others. So ball cut away. That's a good looking shot from Johan. Gets off the mark, but only will get a single. And Matt, as you watch Kevin Shaw, he does have a similar action to Sudesh Daniram. Not too sure if you've seen a lot of Sudesh Daniram's bowling. Very similar action. There we go, Texas Cowboys. Well put together squad. Oh, a big shot from Salik Iqbal. And it's bye-bye. Goodbye.
Another big one from Salik Iqbal. That's his third 6 in his innings. 23 of just 13 deliveries. We've said before the game that these boundaries are going to suit a player like Salik Iqbal, and so far we're being proven. Once he gets firing, there's no one that can get in his way.
Yeah, big shot here from Salik Iqbal. Kevin Shaw's gone for 8 in the over. So 46 for 2. A bit of hold up here. Our electronic scoring has delayed a bit, so we'll try to get that sorted out. We don't want you to watch a game in which you can't follow the scores. And as you watch here, it's not it's 46 for 2 at the moment. We're getting there, as they'll just have to punch the 6 in now, as Iqbal would have benefited from a good strike straight down the ground. So
slow start for the Cowboys. In the air, Ryan Scott under. He's taken 1. He takes 2. And in the brink of the 7th over, right outside the power play, Scott and Kevin Shaw strike.
yeah, 1 too many here for Salik Iqbal. Didn't control it too well. And if there's another man in the cricket field, you probably want to hit that too, but not Ryan Scott. He's quite reliable. And so Saleh Iqbal goes 46 for 3.
Well, had some good starts from batters, but they just haven't been able to string together any substantial partnership. Saeed Abdullah looked good before he was dismissed. Just hit that one maximum. So big wicket for Kevin Shah, who's sort of been up and down in this tournament with the ball in hand. Would have been part of that, part of the reason why in terms of the first game we went to super over. They did get home in the end. Just one, well, conceded 20 in the last over. Ryan Scott on screen. The captain taking his second catch. Not usual, Lenny, that you see the captain at the boundary. But I think you know the importance of catching. Good delivery from Shah. Just right to find that score for you in the meantime. 46 for 3 the score is now. Is he short? Umpire Ron McLean says he gets home in the end. But an eventful over for Kevin Shah comes to an end. 47 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So we're back with the cricket. And while we work on updating the score is 47 for 3. The men out in the middle, Imran Raja. At the non-strikers end, Johan. He will be the man on strike. And the bowler is Malik Sohail. So what we've seen here, Nikhil, we saw 11 and 10 run over, being dragged down now to 7.8. Of course, we've seen the departure of Saleh Iqbal and Abdullah Saeed, quick scorers. And now it comes down to the likes of Johan and Imran Raja and the others to come to put up a good score here.
Also seen a drastic change in conditions in the last couple of games, last couple of overs. A lot of clouds around, which means the sun has disappeared. For a lot colder conditions, Lenny, I'm not handling this well.
Well, yesterday it was 88 or 86, or it felt like close to 90. There were complaints all around the ground that it's too hot and humid. So let's hope for a better day tomorrow and Monday. So Johan on strike. Here is Awan at 47 for 3. And a play and a miss, and the ball goes through to the reliable Stephen Katwaru.
Yeah, definitely one of the best glove men on display in this tournament, Katwaru. Doing well to contain this run rate. Less than 8 runs and over, the Texas Cowboys. But the main thing is that they keep wickets in hand. Look to accelerate towards the back end of the innings. Need a win in this game. Do or die for them.
Oh, he comes down the track and punish this one. He's straight out of the park, Johan. He goes up to 7.
Well, Disanke using his feet didn't even get to enough to the pitch of the ball to make it a full delivery, but just committed. And once he committed, well, it sailed over the ropes for 6.
So that brings up the 50 here for Texas Cowboys. And they're missing the service of Jaladua.
That's an important absence.
Yeah, who we understand has been declared in the 11, but is on his way to this game because he turns out for the Empire State Titans next week, and they had a practice game earlier in the day. And so we could see Jaladua maybe at some point during the course of this innings. So pulled into the onside, Mario Laban is in the way. And that takes the score up to 54 for 3. So we're working on the score, on the scoring app to get it updated and thrown onto the screen. But in the meantime, you'll have to hear us calling the scores.
On the leg side, we'll have to reball that one. Malik Awan, 55 for 3 to score. Inside the 7th over, halfway in to the 7th over.
Yeah, this over's gone for 8 so far. We've seen a massive strike from Johan. And now you will come into ball to Imran Raja. No Jaladua yet. And they've still got Kulvinder Singh, Neil Narvekar, Rizwan Mazar. He's a big hitter of the ball, but he hasn't factored in yet. And so still batting to come, 55 for 3. The bowling so far, Laban, Acharya, Awan now operating, and Kevin Shaw. Has been 4 bowlers used by Ryan Scott. Couple of games for the Penn Cavaliers. They would have lost 1 and win 1.
Good delivery from Awan. He produced some beauties. Malik Awan, 4 wickets in the first game, which saw the Penn Cavaliers get off to a win. I like the seam attack that they possess. Manoj Acharya, Awan, and of course Mario Laban, who's been one of the standout revelations in this tournament so far with his extra bit of pace.
So cool conditions.
Just on Laban, Lenny, I think if someone was able to work with him, he's got all the makings of a good fast bowler. He's got the height, the physical build, but just needs, I think, some bit of skills added. End of the over, 55 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Audio.
So 55 for 3, Kevin Shaw. So Kevin Shaw continues, comes into ball to Johan. Johan strikes and strikes well. And is gone for another 6. So big strike here from Johan off the bowling of Kevin Shaw. And that'll take the score up to 61 for 3.
Much needed boundary option for the Cowboys. 61 for 3 inside the 8th over. Still a lot of batting to come. 7 wickets in hand.
So 6 sixes so far in the innings. 3 off the bat of Salek Iqbal, a couple off the bat of Johan.
We know as well that Sharanshu Bhatia can strike it. We've seen him play a couple good knocks for this Texas Cowboys team.
So Kevin Shaw will come into bowl to Johan. Johan is on 14. Oh, he gets a he gets a nasty rising delivery. Does well to keep it out. And the score remains a 6-1 for 1. Take a look at this one. So this is the 8th over. Oh, long hop, smashed straight down the ground again. And Johan takes this one out of the park. Take a look at that.
Not a good delivery from Kevin Shaw. Pulled down, too short. It's all the time in the world to wait on it. And easy pickings. So this is good striking. Score now 67 for 3. 2 sixes in the over so far. Shaw's been expensive.
So this is over number 8. And we certainly apologize as the Cricket Club's crew are working on resolving a situation in which you can see the scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. But for now, we'll let you know what's happening. 67 for 3. This is the 8th over. Johan is on 20. Imran Raja is on 1. The 2 batsmen out in the middle.
Much better length from Kevin Shaw. Can't be so short. The batsman can do anything with a delivery that's so slow. I have to rebowl that one as well. It's been expensive, Kevin Shaw, throughout the tournament. Did play a great knock yesterday to carry his team very close. Was the only stand-up with the bat in hand. His time will come a bit later on.
So ball driven down the ground to long off. Only a single. Manoj Acharya is posted in the deep. So 69 for 3. 7.5 done. So ball flicked away, running quickly as if they're going to come back for 2. A lot of men running, sprinting for that ball. And in the end, they come back for 2. So good looking runs here off the bat of Johan. So that, in fact, Imran Raja, sorry. And after 8, 71 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Awan continues 71 for 3. Awan 2 overs, no made, none for 11.
Very long run up for Malik Awan. None longer than Jasdeep Singh. Haven't seen one longer than him in this tournament so far.
We saw a long run from Ijaz Safi also. Mario Labon runs pretty long too. There was somebody else is it Vinit Sinha? Maybe not too long. Somebody else. So this is hammered into the building. Struck it very high up. Might have been the third story. And that's gone for 6.
That building's taking some thumping. All those boundaries square. Did really well. Johan to get that for 6. He's playing a good innings here. 27 from 15 balls. Scores 77 for 3. Inside the 9th over. It's a good knock from him. Just can't throw it away though. He's done the hard yards to get in. Got to make it count.
Yeah, it's a lucky thing that this building is not made out of glass, as we see the popular mode and popular style of building in this country. Solid concrete. It will probably do more damage to the ball than anything else. Oh, that's a good shot straight down the ground. Mario Laban does well to keep that ball into play. But that was struck firmly down the ground.
Yeah, it was a good stop though. The big left hand coming out from Mario Labon. Could have easily been 10 from 2. Instead, just saves it to a single.
And Nikhil, just coming back to Mario Laban, I know you asked me with a little bit more Mario Laban can develop into a real fine cricketer. He is already. If you've seen Mario Laban bat, he has very good technique. I know because of the team composition, and they look at him as a fast bowler, and they kind of stereotype him to bat between 9, 10 and 11, but he's a better batsman than batting at where he batted yesterday at 11. I've seen him play some good knocks. He's a fast bowler that can develop into a better fast bowler. And he's a very good fielder. This one is worked into the offside. And that has gone away for 4. So good looking shot here from Imran Raja. 82 for 3.
Yeah, through extra cover from Imran Raja. Just had to beat Ryan Scott in the circle. It was always going to be a chase for long off. Couldn't get there in the end. So these two in the middle, that's what time in the middle does. Makes it a lot easier.
And if you want to know the example of buying time out in the middle, you just had to be here not too long ago when we saw Ranak Sharma and Hiren Patel. Oh, this one is slashed through the offside. Couple more bounces on Imran Raja. Consecutive 4s on the offside. 86 for 3.
Well, again, same area. Ryan Scott this time came wider, but still couldn't cut it off. CBTF boundary. Scoring out 86 for 3. That was the last game. The Sharks up against the Eagles. Right now we've got the Cowboys. Just a small refreshment break as they face the Penn Cavaliers.
So Danish Patel. Comes into the attack here at 86 for 3. 9 overs gone. So 9 overs, 86 for 3. Danish Patel comes into the attack.
Yeah, the leg spin of Patel. Have seen him spot a couple deliveries and cause serious trouble in this tournament. Can he do it once again for his team, who want to make an immediate impact and break this partnership, which has already developed to 40? And there he is, does it straight away. And it's the crucial wicket of Johan. Expecting a leg break. Seemed like a seam-up delivery. Watch the hand. Out the front of the hand and just went straight on. Cannon into the off stump. Playing for spin. Nothing happened. 86 for 4.
So can you post?
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
See why I score for myself at all these games?
So 86 for 4. Apologies again for the lack of score inside the 10th over. Chris Bhatia comes to Chiro Bhatia. Has to come and back, but instead it's Jaladua, who we used to see at number 3. We mentioned that he turned up a bit late, had previous engagements. Regardless, comes in at an important time for his team. That's exactly why Danish Patel was brought into the attack, to make an immediate impact. Caught a wicket on the first delivery of his over. Over to you, Imran Raja, 11 from 9 deliveries.
So Jaladua bats at number 6 today. Came a bit late. He's a quality player. They'll need a quality knock. 87 for 4, 64 balls still to be bowled. So wrapped on the pad, umpire Ritesh says not out.
I think I heard 2 noises there. Was it 2 noises? May have been an inside edge. Hard to tell from this angle. Or blinded by Jaladua. May just be sliding down. But already Danish Patel, in just 3 deliveries, causing problems. As we've seen from leg spinners, always bring that hint of unorthodox difference, difficulty.
And the irony is, the first ball that he clean bowled Johan, as this one is punched into the offside for an easy single in the end. And it's ironic that the ball that took out Johan had nothing to do with spin. Might be a ball that ran through straight. Johan may have played for a little bit of turn. That didn't happen. 88 for 4. So this over's gone well so far. Jaladua on strike. A man who loves the offside. Watch for the extra cover hoist. We saw him playing one yesterday on the road. He's a top quality player. Jaladua. And a very safe glove man. Very important member to get on your team, Jaladua. So ball driven into the offside. Easy single to Jaladua. So that completes 10. Halfway stage. It's 89 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले Visit cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
All the information is here.
Oh, more spin into the attack. Off spin. Jaladua. Doesn't matter what balls at him. He's on a mission. Come to the crease with a degree of seriousness.
So Preet Shaw comes into the attack and straight away pulled away into the onside by a just arrived Jaladua. Takes the score up to 93 for 4. Jaladua is on 6, Imran Raja on 12. So Preet Shah comes into the bowling attack here, Nikhil. We've seen a lot of Shah in this series. We've seen Mitul Shah. We refer to him as Meet Shah. And then, of course, we saw Preet Shah. He's bowling here. There's another Shah we may have missed. So there were 3 of them. Jaladua, Kevin Shah. Yep, there we go. Smashed into the parking lot. And once it goes to the parking lot, we know how many there are. That's half a dozen. Take a look at that. 99 for 4.
Well, again, just too short from Preet Shah. We saw it from Kevin Shah, his namesake. Way too short. And Jaladua, man, that just eases the ball over the ropes for 6. You can't expect him to miss out on that. Too easy.
So 99 for 4. And Jaladua is doing something that is pretty common, Nikhil, in the New York City area, for players to play sometimes 3 matches a day. And you might be wondering, how is that possible? Well, there's a Bangladesh league that plays at 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday and Sunday. They've got to play in time to finish by 12 for another league to use the ground. And then, of course, there's a league called the Afternoon League that starts about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So a lot of the Bangladeshi cricketers will play essentially 3 matches a day at times. And so lots of cricket being played in the New York City area. Don't think Jaladua falls into those 3 matches a day category for the time being. But he's struck a couple of big blows here. 99 for 4. That's Preet Shah. 10 in the over so far. 2 boundaries in this over so far. Oh, pulled into the onside. Has he found the gap? Laban comes around. Can't get to the ball. 4 more. That brings up the hundreds. 103 for 4.
Extremely expensive over from Preet Shah. 4.6 and 4. That's 14 runs. All of a sudden, that run rate going much closer to 10. Jaladua on the charge at the moment. Came in late today at number 6. Doesn't matter though. Same intent, same attacking intent.
And it's interesting, we saw Ryan Scott didn't bowl too bad yesterday, and I'm surprised that he hasn't taken the ball. No elevation on this one. Preet Shah is the 6th bowler being used here by Ryan Scott, but it won't be long before we perhaps see Ryan Scott. And who got wickets yesterday, Nikhil, by the way? It's 104 for 4.
Yeah, Ryan Scott bowling his spin. Wonder if we'll see him in the attack at any point today.
So 11 overs gone. It's 104 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Leg spin of Patel. Have to get this wicket of Jaladua. He's a dangerous player. As you mentioned, will be outfitted in the minor league. Highly rated in the New York area.
So Dua gets a single out towards the offside. It's 105 for 4, 52 balls to be bowled. This is the 12th over. The bowler is Danish Patel. And we've seen a partnership of 19 developing here. Raja, not a slouch with the bat. We saw him in the previous over. A couple of extra cover drive for 4. And this time can't score is Danish Patel. This over's gone well. Single off 3 balls.
Yeah, like what I've seen from Danish Patel. Got to get some tight overs in. Try to build pressure and break this partnership. Imran Raja's played a good supporting role to Dua.
So speaking of partnership, the partnership so far, Johan and Imran Raja, 40-run partnership being the highest. This one is up to 19 so far. Still a quality over here from Danish Patel. It's 105 for 4. We are in the 12th, still 50 balls remaining. And you're watching Danish Patel will come into bowl to Imran Raja. Raja is on 12. And now brings Jaladua. Jaladua is on 18. The partnership is 20. It's 106 for 4. So another wide goes down. Good stop from Stephen Ketwaru.
I don't think I mind that though from Patel. Trying to be wide, make it very difficult for Dua, who's so powerful down the ground, as well as when it's short. Takes away that real boundary threat. He's all over the place here though. He's going to have to re-bowl that one.
So a couple of wides. It's 109 for 4, 49 balls remaining here. Imran, number 10, Imran Raja. Jaladua. Reason why Jaladua is batting at 6. Came a bit late for this fixture. Oh, straight as an arrow. And that has gone for a maximum.
6 more to the bat of this time Imran Raja. Getting on the act. They've watched for a long time. End of 12 overs, 115 for 4. So 12 overs down. Dua 18, Rajan 19, 115 for 4 after 12. We apologize again for
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
For the first time today, the captain, Ryan Scott, bowled yesterday, got 2 wickets. Back into the attack today, bowling his legs breaks. Oh, what about that? Pulls it down completely, Ryan Scott.
Well, this is the first time I think I'll be seeing Ryan Scott bowl.
Well, that was our reaction yesterday as well, Matthew, but didn't do a terrible job. Had some expensive overs, but he got 2 wickets.
Yeah, I was following. I did see he did pick up a couple of wickets, so now I'll see for myself. Drags that one down. Imran Raja picks that one away and gets that for 4. So that one, not the best of deliveries. And Imran Raja pounces on that one and gets a boundary to his name, takes him up to 23, and takes the Cowboys up to 120 for 4.
Way too short from Ryan Scott. The traditional leg spinner pull down. Don't know if he has those cold hands. Might be just struggling a bit with that, finding that right length. It goes short again, and it's 6 more. Goes all the way, cannons into the building. We are ducking for cover.
Imran Raja goes big, a couple of short ones from Ryan Scott. Hasn't started well, and Imran Raja is going to go after those too easy and takes him up to 29 of 18 deliveries. Imran Raja, he's known in the New York area as a ball beater, and he's starting to show some of that to Ryan Scott.
They're trying to take us out here in the commentary box. Couple of 6s today, which have just come very close to the comms box. So Imran Raja, Shala Dua, this is a top partnership. 41 it's worth between the two. 127 for 4. Just 21 deliveries is taken. They've really upped the ante well. Put the run rate past 10. That one keeps really low. Lucky to get people back on that. It's going to be more runs. 2 of them. So 129 for 4 now.
Last ball coming up here, not a great over from Ryan Scott. Has gone for 14. And he's bowling now to Jaladua. Jaladua, we've already mentioned, one of the top batters in the New York area. No run there. So a dot ball to close out the over from Ryan Scott. 13 done, 129 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Acharya, Manoj Acharya, the seamer, will come back into the attack. Looking for that wicket. They desperately need a wicket here. Big swing and a miss from Imran Raja. Very cool conditions to be playing cricket.
Imran Raja is on 29 of just 20 deliveries, 3 4s and 2 6s. really took a liking to Ryan Scott. Jaladua is on 21 of 13, so some healthy strike rates there. Raja tries to go again, fielder there. They'll get a couple of runs.
Raja gets injured in the process, loses his bat. All happening here at the Sunny Purchase ground.
Partnership of 45, so nearing that 50 mark, and it's been a very quick one. Of just 25 deliveries, Jaladua contributing 24, Imran Raja 21. And we saw a 40-run partnership between Imran Raja and Samra Wikrama as well. That one pulled away, and that'll go for 4. So a shorter one from Manoj Acharya, and Imran Raja swivels and gets that one away for 4. So it takes him up to 35 and takes the score up to 135.
Really has come into his own since the departure. Well, really since the last couple overs, Imran Raja accelerating after being like a runner ball for the first 12 or 13 runs. Has been very impressive, 135 for 4. Still 6 overs remaining after this, a lot of time. This is a really good platform set by the Cowboys. The Cowboys, the Eagles, two teams that not the flashiest or most popular, but they do just play a solid brand of cricket. Looking for their first win in this tournament.
In the air, but not enough on it. So just a single. Hands things over to Jaladua, and Imran Raja has kind of overshadowed Jaladua the last few overs. Imran Raja starting to take matters into his own hands, moving up to 36. And Jaladua seeming more than happy and just letting Imran Raja do his thing. Pushing this one, and they'll get a single there again. So Acharya into his third over. He's gotten 2 wickets, the wickets of Gaurav Jayaswal, the captain of the Cowboys, as well as Syed Abdullah. Both of those wickets came in the same over, the 4th over.
2 very important blows as well. 2 top order batsmen. Even though they are struggling a bit, one could only imagine the carnage that could have been caused had Syed Abdullah stuck around, hit 1 maximum, then it was dismissed.
Long way back. Imran Raja. That has got to be up there in terms of the biggest we've seen. Manoj Acharya runs in, and there he goes. So Imran Raja finishes the over in some bit of style. What a shot.
143 for 4 after 14.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
.143 for 4. A healthy innings so far for the Texas Cowboys. We saw some good hitting from Salik Iqbal and Johan Samra Wikrama early on. And now it's the Imran Raja Jaladua show. Dua is on 22. Imran Raja is even better on 42. Mario Laban looks like he's returning, and well, there goes some of our camera equipment. Mario Laban, 2 overs, none for 19. Coming back for his 3rd over. They're desperate to pick up a wicket here, the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, so they've gone back to their strike bowler. We saw in the last over with Manoj Acharya, didn't work. So Laban is in. And Jaladua picks up a single. So Raja moves back into strike, inching to that half century. And with the way he's going, all it'll take is 2 big blows, and he's there. Laban, 2.1 overs, none for 20. He hasn't picked up any wickets today. And the Texas Cowboys going at 10.1 and over. 144 for 4 in the 15th. Going quite well.
That's been rare for Laban in this tournament. He's someone that usually has been pretty regularly in the wickets column. So we're surprised that he hasn't been able to pick up a scalp just yet. Of course, still does have 10 deliveries to bowl. Sure, he will get in all of those.
$144 for 4 in the 15th over. 34 deliveries remaining. Texas Cowboys. Oh, another one. There's Imran Raja. There he is again with another 6. Takes him up even closer now. He's on 48, and that's his 4th 6. Imran Raja is not messing around, teeing off on that one on Mario Laban. And he sent a few into the car park. 6 more.
Well, if you're around the ground, around the venue, be careful. Watch out. Imran Raja is on a charge. No one is safe around the Sunny Purchase ground in New York City. $150 comes up as well. That healthy run rate. Still 5 overs to go after this. 200 surely would be on the cards. Much better from Laban. Dot delivery.
Yeah, good comeback delivery there from Mario Laban, going wider. And Imran Raja on 48 and Jaladua. These two have a lot of experience playing with each other. They play for the same club team, a team named Game Changers. They play on Saturdays and on Sundays together. So would definitely have a lot of chemistry, these two.
Well, over third man and just out of the reach of that fielder. He was in with a chance for a minute, but in the end wasn't able to catch it.
Jaladua's on 23, has been quiet for the last few overs. And final ball for Mario Laban. He's got 1 left after this. He's gone for 27 so far. And as we mentioned, hasn't gotten a wicket. Jaladua pushes this one up. Chance of a run out, but doesn't hit. So a single to end the 15th. 152 for 4.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Malik Sohail Awan being brought back into the attack. 3 overs, none for 26. His last over would have gone for 15, so they took a liking to him in the last one that he bowled. Would have been hit for a 6 from Samaro Wikrama and 2 4s from Imran Raja. But he's coming back to Jaladua, who's on 24 of 16 deliveries. Raja at the other end on 49. Malik Sohail Awan would have had brief experience with the New Jersey Stallions last year in minor league.
Well, look at what's to come in terms of the bowling, where they can get one from Acharya. Still have a couple of bowlers. Danish Patel Interesting, he's got on a wicket and only conceded 14. Hasn't seen the ball again. To bowl him in the last 5 would be a risk for Ryan Scott.
I think I'd take the gamble with Danish Patel, because you've got this over here from Malik Sohail Awan will be his last one. And then you've got 4 overs left. 2 of them will be with Acharya and Mario Laban. So who will the other 2 overs go? Kevin Shah's bowled 2 overs for 25. Preet Shah 1 for 15. Ryan Scott 1 for 13. And Danish Patel 2 for 14. So out of all of those, I'd try the gamble with Danish Patel.
Yeah, may have no choice. Ryan Scott, the captain. They have to go back to Patel. Better delivery from Malik Awan. Imran Raja, the nervous 49, hasn't been able to get to a 50. Last couple of overs, that run rate has decreased.
"17 extras as well. 13 wides, 2 byes, a leg bye, and a no ball. As Imran Raja closes in on a half century, he can get it right here in this ball. Unless Malik Sohail Awan has something to say.
That is 6 and a 50. A half century for Imran Raja. This has been a superb innings from this man. It's come in 30 balls, and he's just hit everything down the ground. All of his maximums have come straight.
Yeah, he's a player that does like to go down the ground, and this ground will suit him as well. So he's definitely utilized the boundaries to his liking. 5 sixes and 4 fours. So Imran Raja has played a very good innings, 55 of 30 deliveries. And with 27 deliveries remaining, you'd feel this might only be the beginning. Now is where the sixes will really come into play. Batsman will be looking to swing hard for the final 4 or 5 overs.
Has he got it again? He hasn't got a lot on it. Laban, it goes through him. And if Mario Laban can't take the catch, there are not many on the field who can. The tallest man by a long way on the field. It was in the air for so long. Just evaded him. And it's back-to-back sixes for Imran Raja. Could 3 figures be on the cards?
Imran Raja is certainly a player that can hit any ball for 6, and especially in the mood he's in, there's not a ground too big or a bowler too good that can stop him. Full toss. This one heading to the come box. It'll go for 4. So Imran Raja didn't go aerial, but sends one to the come box, and it smashes into the boundary for 4 more. So 17 has come off this over, and still a ball to go.
$169 for 4. Last game of today in the USPL. Of course, brought to you by all of our fantastic sponsors. CBTF, of course, our title sponsors. 4 overs left after this. Just be a 1 to end the over. 170 comes up after 16.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the cricket. Kevin Shaw comes into the attack. 2 overs, no made, and 1 for 25. And Nickel 170 on the card, 24 balls remaining. Two set batsmen, an 84-run partnership. That's a launching pad to get 30 or 40 more runs with ease.
Yeah, these two have been fantastic, and it really and truly has been amazing to see how they've gone. Jaladua came in on a rampage, but since Imran Raja's taken this game on, he's just taken a back seat. Good awareness. And going back to Kevin Shaw, wow, that's brave by Ryan Scott, the captain. He's bowled 2 overs for 25 runs. Yes, he's gotten a wicket, but at this stage, the way Imran Raja's hitting it, bold move.
Oh, balled him. So whatever you can say about Kevin Shaw, 2 for 25 coming into this over, he has taken out Imran Raja.
Well, that's the plan, I guess, for Ryan Scott working. Typical commentator's curse. Just question the move and then a seam-up delivery. One that Imran Raja probably would put away for 12. Just easily bowls him. That's cricket. End of Raja going for 66. 170 for 6.
Yeah, that commentator's curse, and that's so Nickel has taken his first wicket in the box. We'll make a note of that. Kevin Shaw coming up with a first wicket in his second spell as new batter walks to the middle. 170 for 5 at the moment.
Can't understand this weather, honestly. Can't understand it. This is June. Didn't know this is what I was signing up for, Lenny.
Man, we got to bring you here in July and August. So Rizwan Mazar. He's another fierce hitter of the cricket ball. So he comes in here with 23 balls remaining. And he gets a single out towards Ryan Scott. So, Nikhil, I got the feeling that Penn Cavaliers will be under some bit of pressure here with 171 and counting with 22 balls remaining. This will be their final match, right? So Penn Cavaliers will complete their league stage and they could be having a day off tomorrow.
With 1 foot in the final as well.
So ball worked into the onside. Rizwan Mazar comes in to strike with 21 balls left. And look, Kevin Shaw has bowled a quality over so far. Picked up a wicket off his first ball and followed up with 2 singles. And this is good bowling so far. Kevin Shaw, he's a quality player and does every little thing on the cricket field. Oh, that's a good ball. No elevation from Imran Mazar.
173 for 5 inside the 17th over. Flying at the moment. More than 10 runs and over. Surely 200 on the cards, and surely Jaladua, man on screen, got to take the game on. Take it by storm. Good flick. Wow, would you believe it? 2 men straight and still Dua better to the task.
Yeah, Imran Raja has certainly taken away the limelight from Jaladua while the partnership had evolved to an 84-run partnership, but it's back now to Jaladua. He goes up to 30 from just 19 balls. He's a quality player. And as we saw from Ranak Sharma and Hiran Patel earlier on, you stay towards the end and things can happen. Oh, that's a good flick shot. We'll pick up runs here, running up towards the fine leg boundary. And they come back for 2 more. Had it been a quicker outfield, that would have gone for 4. Intelligent batting here from Jaladua. 17 gone, 179 for 5.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Manojacharya comes back for his final over. 3 overs, no meaning 2 for 28. Picked up the wicket of Saeed Abdullah and that of Gaurav Jaiswal. And he comes down now, Nikhil, with 18 balls remaining. They're going at 10.5 and over. Maybe they'll get up to 12 at the end of the innings.
Just maybe. Lenny, never know.
So we'll be bowling to Rizwan Mazar. He can strike the ball and strike them hard. So he escapes with one. Good intelligent bowling here from Manojacharya. 17 left. So he's gotten an edge on this one. Fielder comes in. Can't take the catch. A single that turns the strike over to Jaladua. 16 balls to go.
180 comes up as well. On course to get exactly 200 from this stage. They want even more than that.
So Jaladua tees off again. And that has gone a long way. A big maximum. Jaladua on the charge.
Really great innings from Dua because when Imran Raja was there, he just played the situation so well, gave him the strike. Now, with the departure, he's got to take over. Got to do the bulk of the scoring, and boy, is he doing that.
Yeah, this man loves the offside. And even if he goes straight down the ground, the dimensions will certainly benefit the batters that target that area. Jaladua, he's just trying to get himself in form for what will happen from next week, as these boys will be busy playing another set of big series. It's 186 for 5. Jaladua goes up to 38. 15 balls to go. So driven into the offside, finds the fielder lapsing, and they come back for a couple of runs.
Costly mistake. Every run so crucial. And also it gives Jaladua an extra delivery to be on strike.
And Nikhil, this is a lot of runs. 188 and still counting 14 balls remaining, irrespective of who bats the next remaining 14 balls. You know they'll swing the bat. And this is a lot of runs, almost touching 200 at this point.
And we also know a lot will come on to the shoulders of Ryan Scott, Stephen Cutler were the openers for the Penn Cavaliers. When they fired, the Cavaliers won. When they failed, they lost pretty miserably as well.
So Ryan Scott scores of 77 and 12 in the series, and you're right on that. Their batting is top heavy, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get the feeling that it thins out towards after that. It's 190 for 5, 18 gone, and so 12 balls remaining.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
That's good.
Yeah.
So 2 overs remain, 190 for 5. Forget 200, 210 maybe on the cards. And a shot again. Jaladua must be licking his lips, chomping at the bit to get back on strike. He's already taken shot over the ropes a couple of times in this innings.
And I'm surprised Danish Patel, who has bowled 2 overs for 14, hasn't been given the ball.
Kevin Shaw's changed the ball pace now. But it's the same result. It's 4.
Yeah, I was just going to make the point when I saw him run up, and I wasn't seeing the same Kevin Shaw, but that has gone for four. 4 more runs this time off the bat of Rizwan Mazar, 194.
194 for 5. Fantastic batting performance. Maybe one of the best we've seen from a team in this tournament. Highlighted by Imran Raja, 66 from 34 balls. That partnership between him and Dua, 84 from just 42. Strike rate of 200 between the two.
Actually, Imran Raja was involved in 2 healthy partnerships. Another one for 40 with Johan. And then at the top of the order, we saw Abdullah and Salik enjoying a 34-run partnership.
So the ball gone missing. Just how well he timed it. So small hole up in play. In the meantime, we can tell you about the batting scorecard. 23 from Iqbal. Johan got a good start, 28 from 17, but Imran Raja and Jalad Dua, the main contributors with the bat in hand.
So 11 balls remaining. First ball would have gone for 4. And Kevin Shaw looks disappointed that Laban and Manoj Acharya wasn't able to block that ball, but that went like a trace of bullet. So he's taking pace off the ball. Man will have to feel to his own bowling. They're settled for 1. Jaladua will be the man on strike. 195 for 5. And Nikhil, if for example, Penn Cavalier loses this game, they are in trouble.
Yeah, I can't see them going through with just 1 win out of the 3. So it would be problematic for them. Would have to then hope results go their way. But of course, not over. They have to bat. Still have Kataru and Scott to rely on. Rare dot ball for Kevin Shah.
So 9 balls remaining. This over's gone for 5 in 3 balls. Jaladua chasing a 50. We've seen many half centuries in this tournament. He comes down the track, gets the ball on the full. Ball strikes the stump. Good fielding from the man out the square. But Jaladua, in fact, Rizwan Mazar makes it home. So 8 balls remaining. Definitely Texas Cowboys will cross the 200 mark. Question is how many after that 200. 8 balls remaining. They played a very good game today, and perhaps the late coming of Jaladua has really played into the plan. He batted at 6, and they probably needed someone to come into the middle order and stay towards the end.
Strong winds making it very difficult for stumps to get set. 8 deliveries remain in this innings. 196 for 5. Dua 42 from 25. 2 maximums, 3 boundaries for him.
Oh, that's a good delivery from Kevin Shaw. Good work from the man, a short backward square, only a single. And Nikhil, you look at this over. This over's gone for 7. You can't complain with an effort here from Kevin Shaw.
Well, I think he should bowl the pace more often. It's been a lot more successful than the spin. Haven't seen that too often though. A bowler bowling spin and then coming back on bowling pace in the same innings.
So ball worked into the offside. Jaladua doesn't care about the strike. He comes back for a couple of runs. And so when play resumes, Rizwan Mazar will be on strike. It's 199 for 5. 6 balls remaining. And we're down to the last over here. 199 for 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Mario Laban has been given the last over. 3 overs, no made, none for 28. And will come into bowl to Rizwan Mazar. 199 on the card. So Rizwan Mazar settles and waits for Mario Laban. 6 balls remaining, 199. Oh, pulled through backward square, and that's gone away for 4.
And it's also the 200 up. Haven't seen many teams cross the 200 mark in this CBTF USPL. It's been an all-round quality batting display from the Cowboys, and it's going to take some chasing if the Cavaliers are to pick up their second win this tournament.
We saw 197 posted by who? The Sharks? And that score was overrun by Ronik Sharma and his men. Skied in the air. Katwaru should take this one with ease. And he does. Rizwan Mazar goes. But at this stage of the game, Nikhil, it's not a matter of wicket. It's a matter of what you can get in 4 balls remaining.
Indeed, you won't mind that too much. Rizwan had to go at all costs. Still 4 deliveries remaining. Chance to get up to that 210 mark. In fact, if they don't, something would be wrong, because Jaladua, the way he struck it, can expect at least 2 boundaries if he stays around.
So Jaladua on strike. He's up to 44.
Really good fielding down at the mid-wicket boundary. Just be 2. $205 for 6. 3 deliveries remain. To chase this, Ryan Scott is going to have to come good. He got 77 in the first game. Didn't contribute yesterday in a game which was close, but they lost.
It's counted as a legal ball. Jaladua refusing to play, allow the ball to go through to Stephen Katwaru. Perhaps thinking it was a little too wide, but not so, says umpire Ritesh Patel.
The rare dot ball, crucial dot ball at this stage. Didn't want to take the single there. Jaladua wants to keep the strike, probably smartly enough for the final delivery.
Sliced straight, and it's gone for 6. The big end here. Jaladua gets a 50 and ends the game. Ends the innings with 211 for 6. Jaladua with a 50.
What a superb all-round performance from the Texas Cowboys. 211, the highest total in this CBTF USPL. Dua and Imran Raja, the 2 that did the bulk of the scoring. So when we return, they'll need 212. The Pennsylvania Cavaliers, if they want to win to get in Monday's semi-final. Don't go anywhere, Roshni. We'll have a special guest very soon.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead. जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead. अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
We're here at the mid innings where the Texas Cowboys are playing the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, and we have Texas Cowboys who put up 211 runs, the highest total we've seen so far at the CBTF USPL. I have with me Imran Raja, 66 runs. I mean, you hit all your sixes, all your maximums into that parking lot over there. Tell me how it feels.
मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि बेसिकली मैं हूँ हार्ड हिटर, तो हिट सिक्सेस मेरे लिए प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मारना।
और आपकी जो पार्टनरशिप थी जेडी के साथ, राइट, इट वाज ओवर 90 रन पार्टनरशिप, तो वो डिस्कशन क्या हो रहा था मिडिल में?
क्योंकि जेडी और मैं दोनों साथ ही खेलते हैं, तो वो मेरा कैप्टन है, तो वो मुझे समझा रहा था कि आराम से देख के खेलना, तो इसलिए मुझे प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई।
और ये जो रन्स ऑब्वियसली 211 रन्स है, ये मैच काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है for you guys to go on to the playoffs. So in terms of when it comes to the bowling, आपकी जो bowling lineup है उसके बारे में कुछ details देइए।
जी, हमारे पास अच्छी बॉलिंग है, मतलब पेसर हैं, स्पिनर भी, मतलब अच्छी है इंशाल्लाह। we will try best.
Well, thank you so much and all the best defending that score. So 211 runs they've put up. Pennsylvania Cavaliers need 212 to win. Back to the studio.
So Crick Clubs is perfect now. So welcome back. Welcome back for the chase. 212 needed from 20 overs. And that's 120 balls. Welcome back, Matthew. What do we have on our hands here?
Should have quite a chase.
So Kulvinder Singh will start. Stephen Ketwaru and Ryan Scott, as expected, comes to the middle. And it will be Ketwaru on strike. Kulvinder Singh, quality bowler. Tell us something about Kulvinder Singh.
Kulvinder Singh was one of definitely the top finds in the last year's minor league. Would have definitely shone towards the second half of the tournament for the Silicon Valley Strikers, the eventual winners. And he is a tremendous bowler, Kulvinder Singh.
So
generates a lot of swing. So I think he's definitely going to be a tough one, a tricky customer here for Katwaru and for Ryan Scott.
So Katwaru has played at the West Indies Junior 11. Would have represented the West Indies at Under 19 in World Cup match in 2012. And have been a part of the Guyana Amazon Warrior team and Trinbago Knight Riders. And so we are all set. Here is Katwaru. He settles and waits for one of the better swing bowlers around in the country, Kulvinder Singh. And they need 212. So here we go. First ball of the chase. Cavaliers need a big score here this afternoon. This one is stroked up into the offside and things are on the way. Oh, a bit of misfield. And they will come back for a couple of runs. Every run will count. And what should have been only a single, Ketwaru gets two.
They'll have to take advantage of everything here, the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. They'll have to run hard, they'll have to stay away, and they've got to communicate as best as possible, because every run, as you said, will matter. 212 needed. This one is pushed up again. This time, no fumbles, just a single.
Yeah, Johan was the man to be blamed for that. And this time he got it right, similar shot, and brings the attacking Ryan Scott. How good is Ryan Scott?
Ryan Scott, one of the top batsmen in the country. Would have gotten himself a US call-up, played 2 T20s against Ireland. And he's an explosive player, is Ryan Scott. Would have scored 2 centuries in the minor league 2021, representing the Michigan Cricket Stars. So Ryan Scott is definitely one of the top players in the country.
And he comes in here, Matt. He'll need a big score. And what we've seen in the tournament, whenever he scores big, Cavaliers wins. But we saw when he failed, the team flopped.
Yeah, he's a very integral part of this team. And you'd feel if the Pennsylvania Cavaliers are to win this game, Ryan Scott will have a big say.
So he looks around the field, just want to make sure that the fielding restrictions are being adhered to. And he settles and waits for Kulvinder. Wrapped on the pad. Bit of a shout. A little too high. But a good start here from Kulvinder.
Yeah, he's a very quality bowler here, is Kulvinder Singh. Very, very top bowler out of the West Coast.
So if you just joining us, you might be wondering to know how the 211 was scored. We saw Imran Raja getting 66 and Jaladua slamming 52. Those were the principal scorers. Ryan Scott eludes the man, a short mid-wicket, and look at that, running up towards the boundary, and it crosses the rope now. Shot from Ryan Scott for 4.
Yeah, good looking shot there again. Oh, just over the head of the fielder. Looking at that one the second time.
Might have been Salek Iqbal.
Good shot from Ryan Scott, just over the head. And the boundary to Scott gets him off the mark and takes the score up to 7. So not a bad start here for Penn Cavaliers.
So bat change here for Ryan Scott. What would be wrong with a bat that has struck a ball for 4, Matt?
It's always my question. You see these guys hit a 6 and then change their bat, or they're in the middle of a good innings and they change their bat, and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the bat. So I'm always confused. What could possibly be the problem?
So Kulvinder will come into bowl to Scott. Scott has already played a big shot for 4. And look at that, straight towards the mid-off area. And if the men are running, they're running to just retrieve the ball. 4 runs.
Another good shot, another cracking shot in the gap from Ryan Scott. Off to a flyer, and that's what they need here, the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Ryan Scott getting them off to a fine start. Going after Kulvinder Singh, not afraid to take him on.
Yeah, a couple of good shots in this over, and all of a sudden this over's gone for 11. Exactly what they need. The Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Ryan Scott gets a good ball, steers it into the offside. They're throwing to the end of Ketwaru, who's come charging down. And so that's the end of 1, 11 without loss.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the first over, 11 runs conceded. Imran Raja, it appears, gets an early ball here, Matthew. And he comes in with still, what, 201 needed from 114 balls.
Yeah, Imran Raja does open the ball quite a bit at the club level here in New York. And will be bowling here to Stephen Katwaru. Katwaru is on 3. A good start here for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. They've got 11 off the first over. That's just about what they need. But it's easy to get 11 off 1 over. It's not so easy to get 11 off of 20 overs. And that is still a challenge that the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, can they maintain that rate? In the air and taken. Stephen Katwaru falls. Imran Raja, first ball, dismisses Stephen Katwaru. And Pennsylvania Cavaliers have lost the first wicket. Imran Raja, you can't keep him out of the game. First with the bat, and now with the ball. It's 11 for 1.
So Johan comes up with a good catch. Very simple, very tame dismissal for Stephen Katwaru. So Danish Patel comes out here quite early, Matt. Wicket falls. Imran Raja strikes off his first ball. What a way to begin your bowling spell.
Yeah, some of that momentum with the bat going to his bowling. And he started well here to Danish Patel. Danish Patel, one of the new on-the-rise players. See him for the first time here in this tournament. Looks to be a handy bowler. First time I'll be seeing him with the bat.
Saw him in the bat in the earlier part of the innings. He could bat. And it's no wonder he comes out to number 3. He forms the top order batting here for Penn Cavaliers. Look at that. Into the onside. He eludes Abdullah. And he runs away towards the long on area. 2 runs for Danish Patel.
Headed to the Manhattan Yorkers for minor league next week. So, wishing him the best. I'll be interested to see how he does at minor league level, because he definitely seems as though he's a very handy all-rounder.
So Imran Raja continues to have a very good match, Matthew. He got 66 when he batted. And now he's picked up 1 in this over so far. Will come into bowl to Danish Patel. And Patel cuts, and that's a good-looking shot. Johan onto the ball, sends a good throw back to Jaladua. And it's all happening here in just the second over.
Johan is all over the place, it seems. Ball following him in these early stages.
Yeah, he's the kind of fielder we still haven't figured out. Johan what? We've seen Johan Dissanayaka. We've seen Rohan Wickramasinghe. And there's another one I'll give you the opportunity to pronounce and call.
Johan Samrawickrama.
Yeah, that's like the umpire in the IPL. Ananta Padmanabhan.
Some of the longer names you'll see.
Yeah, umpire Irfan is giving us coaching and how to pronounce that name. Ball pulled into the onside, looking for 2 runs. Fielder comes in, gets to the ball, and that's one of the things they'll tell you when you play cricket. If the ball gets into the fielder's hand, you be very careful to run another run. 2 gone, 14 without loss.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Yeah, well. So 14 for 1. 2 overs gone. And Kulvinder Singh, let's see what he has done in his first over. He's gone for 11. But he's a type of bowler, Matt, you would want to utilize perhaps for all 4 here today.
Yeah, Kulvinder, top quality bowler, and he'll be bowling to Ryan Scott, well, Danish Patel, but it'll be interesting when he runs into Ryan Scott. For now, the battle between him and Danish Patel starts with a wide here, Kulvinder.
Well, we'll have to show how Kulvinder is dressed on Nikhil. Short sleeve. What are you talking about? What weather are you talking about? Look at Kulvinder.
Yeah.
So ball driven into the offside, running up towards the cover bungee. They'll pick up a couple of runs.
Kulvinder has given us all a lesson on how to brave the conditions. Everyone's out here in the sweaters and wrapped up, feeling the chill. And here's Kulvinder in short sleeves. Danish Patel as well in short sleeves.
I know. We feel betrayed when we're telling our audience it's a very chilly afternoon, and they look out on the field and say, "What chill you talking about? Look at the bowler, look at the batsman."
Well, Danish Patel always moving, so he at least has ways of warming himself up. If I was in short sleeves in this weather, I'd not want to be at the non-strikers end for too long. I'd want to get moving.
So some good bowling so far in this over from Kulvinder, and Kulvinder comes from the West Coast, or at least he represents the West Coast team, Matt. From my understanding, the West Coast is not usually cold as here. Huh?
No, it's not. So that adds even more mystery. You would thought that someone from a warmer climate like Nikhil would feel a little bit more vulnerable to the cold weather. Kulvinder, clearly not.
Well, Nikhil, I gotta tell you, Nikhil has himself to blame. I mean, yesterday we had good weather, 80-something degrees, and he was complaining that it's too hot. And he wished for a little bit of cooler temperature.
Things could always get worse. He learned that the hard way.
That is why when I saw the forecast last night, I quickly screenshot what was going to happen today from a weather standpoint. And I made sure I got it in, and that he understood what to happen today. Kulvinder, he's bowling well in this over.
And I know you did mention this earlier. It's about 68 or so. This is fine. This is cricket playing weather. I get it's July and it's meant to be warmer than this, but 68, we'll take that any day.
Yeah, mid-June. But still. So Kulvinder is working up some steam here. Danish Patel, he's faced all the balls so far. We haven't seen Ryan Scott in this over. And flicked away. That's a good-looking shot. Running up towards the boundary. And he hits the board now. That's a good-looking shot from Danish Patel. That would complete over number 3. And after 3 is 21 for 1.
Large following here for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. You can hear a lot of noise to the right of the commentary box. So clearly a lot of support coming in for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers.
Well, that's where they're housed now, Matt. They were on the left side of the com box, but that is exposed. There's nothing to block the wind. And so everybody bracing the building here. We hope it doesn't fall down. So Imran Raja will continue. First over went for 3, picked up the only wicket to have fallen, that of Katwaru.
Ryan Scott is on 8 of 4 deliveries. He's had 2 good-looking shots for 4. Hasn't had much of the strike, though. But here he is facing up to Imran Raja. 11.2 required.
So flicked away from Ryan Scott, and that has gone away for 4. Good looking shot, ball string down the leg side. That's not a good line to bowl.
Yeah, Ryan Scott getting the edge on that one, but it's good enough to take it away for 4. So not a good start to the over here from Imran Raja. And Ryan Scott is on 12, and he's all boundaries so far, 3 fours.
Yeah, he will have to play a very important role here. He got 77, the team makes 180. He got 12, the team struggles. So he's going to be a key man here, considering Stephen Ketwaru has been among the runs in the first game. But now he's back in the shade. Ryan Scott faces up to Imran Raja. Oh, smashed out of here. Hits the tree. And we know what happens when it hits the tree. It's a maximum.
Lovely shot from Ryan Scott. Low full toss from Imran Raja. And with these small straight boundaries, Ryan Scott needs no further invitation. He's gone and got all of that one all the way for 6.
So 6 and a 4 in this over. An over that has really gone the Penn Cavaliers' way. Beginning to get a little bit brighter out in the field. And a better ball. Good comeback delivery from Imran Raja. Ryan Scott is equal to the task, so still a long way to go. 181 from 99 balls. And that 181, Matt, is like a whole new T20 innings. But they've posted 31 so far, so they've done some bit of work to bring this to 12 down. Oh, Ryan Scott in the air. Has he given someone a chance? Oh, he has put it down. Ryan Scott has been given a life. And that man has put it down. Let's take a look.
Yeah, big chance there, Ryan Scott. Given a life. And that's the wrong man to be putting down. Especially at this stage when he looks like he's in quite some form. Put down right on the edge of the boundary. So Ryan Scott dropped on 18. We'll have to remember that.
I'm trying to see, is that Jaladua? Or is Jaladua behind the stumps? Can't be sure. I think Imran Mazar is keeping the wicket, and that might have been Jaladua. So ball chopped into the offside, and there's no run.
Danish is on 9.
Oh, it might have been Salek Iqbal. He's usually very reliable.
Yeah, Salek Iqbal. Some of the safest hands out there.
Yeah, if we can pan into that fielder there, any of the camera guys, it looks like Salek Iqbal now. So we'll make a note on that. Ryan Scott dropped on 17, but it doesn't matter.
18. Appeals, and muted, and ones that are not heard in the end. So Imran Raja completes that over 11 from it. 32 for 1 at the end of 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So keeper change. Rizwan Mazal looking to be giving up the gloves to Jala Dua. Both of them good keepers. Kulvinder Singh will continue. In fact, nope. Looks like he was, and then seemed like he was giving it up to someone else. So a bowling change here for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Muhammad Ali Bajwa is the new man.
So Mohamed Bajwa has been given the ball. He comes in here at 32 for 1.
Mohamed Bajwa, someone that plays his cricket around the New York area. 32 for 1. 32 for 1 after 4 overs. Mohamed Bajwa would play for Panthers in the Metropolitan League last season in the New York area. Not entirely sure where he plays this year, because Panthers not really in Metropolitan League this year, so not entirely sure where Mohamed Bajwa plays, but still he plays a lot of cricket around the New York area.
So did your team strikers play them last year?
Yeah, we did. We did, and we did run into Mohamed Bajwa in that game.
What happened to your team strikers this year?
Minor league happened. Last year once we got into the playoffs, and pretty much everyone left for minor league, so we had a second string side for towards the end, and that didn't quite work out, so the owner decided to not have a team at all if minor league is going to come and just wreck everything again this year.
So Ryan Scott on 19 not out, given a life not too long ago, and here is Mohamed Bajwa. And ball driven straight down the ground. Kulvinder, diving Kulvinder, can't get to the ball, and that's 4 more.
Yeah, good looking shot there from Ryan Scott. Gets that away, a lovely shot for 4. Kulvinder, valiant effort, but just eluding him. And Ryan Scott goes up to 23. He's fighting on, looking to try and get these 11 runs and over that the Pennsylvania Cavaliers need.
So 36 for 1. They've lost the wicket of Katwaru, but we've seen a partnership of 25 developing here with Ryan Scott and Danish Patel out in the middle. Mohamed Bajwa, big appeal, one of the loudest you'll probably hear. Quite convinced that he's got his man, not so convinced is umpire McFarlane.
Sometimes the appeal can get you the reward.
Yeah, it's one sport that you've got to appeal before the umpire gives those calls.
You would have had some experience with that a few weeks ago. Millennium Division 2 in New Jersey.
Yeah, you appeal even if sometimes you'll catch the umpire off guard. All that is part of the game.
A lot tougher though at this level to catch these umpires off guard. Officiating has been good.
Yeah, sure is. Ritesh Patel and McFarlane. We haven't seen Brian Kane, and we've seen Irfan. Brian Kane is off today. He comes back tomorrow and Monday. And all the umpires are on a rotation schedule, so each one will take a day off. Ritesh Patel got his first day off. Mohamed Irfan has been here from the start. So 4 more runs. Look at that. Ryan Scott pierces the gap again between long off and long on, and that rolls away for 4. Take a look here, Matt.
Yeah, good looking shot there again from Ryan Scott. Down on one knee. Smashes that one for 4. So a couple of boundaries now in this over off of Bajwa.
Yeah, it's important how Bajwa finishes up. He's under pressure. Will he crack? Oh, that's a good delivery.
Is Quick Clubs down again? If so, then we apologize for the lack of score on the screen. But 40-1 is the score. Final ball in the 5th over coming up. Ryan Scott is on 27. Danish is on 9. Ryan Scott has been the more threatening. 27 of just 13 deliveries, 5 fours and a 6.
So helped away, ball going down the leg side. Johan comes around, may have saved the boundary. And now they settle for 1. That's good feeling from Johan. Saved 3 runs in the process. And so 5 overs gone, 41-1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the cricket. And so 41-1 if you're just want to catch up. Experiencing a little bit of problem with our scoring app for the time being. So we'll call all the score and give you all the numbers for the time being. While the technicians get to work, Matt, on trying to resolve this issue for your convenience. Imran Raja will continue. We'll get a chance to bowl at Ryan Scott. Evaded him in the last over. But now there's no escaping Ryan Scott. He's batted well in the tournament already. And he's looking good here. He's up to 28 from just 14 balls.
Mom, you were on TV.
So 171 needed from 89 balls. Very important games for both teams. If Cowboy loses this one, they could be seemingly out of this series. And if Cavaliers loses this one too, they could be in trouble. So very important ones for both teams. Danish Patel. And Matt, the last couple of games, we've seen a lot of runs score, 196 in the Florida Sharks game.
That was chased down as well.
Yeah, chased down by Ronak Sharma.
Hiran Patel at the end. A brilliant power hitting. If you missed that, you missed out on quite a thriller in game 2.
And that just goes to show how it's important to bat deep, especially when you're chasing. And I would want to term that a very calculated chase from Ronak Sharma and Hiran Patel. It looks seemingly out of place. This one is pulled into the onside. Wrong line from Imran Raja. And look at that, 4 runs off the bat of Danish Patel.
Yeah, that'll relieve some pressure on Danish Patel. He was 9 of 13. And now he just picks that one away, picks that one up for 4. So hopefully that'll give him some confidence, and it's a good partnership with him and Ryan Scott. 35 of 26. Danish has contributed 14, Ryan Scott 21. But it's all about the run rate. Can they get 11.4 and over? And can they do that while preserving wickets? Ryan Scott is definitely a big piece of that puzzle for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you, there's so slashing shot over the infield. That may have gone all the way over the offside. In fact, 1 bounce. And that's a good charge from Danish Patel for 4.
Yeah, much more convincing shot from Danish Patel going after Imran Raja on this occasion. A shot of confidence. I was just saying, maybe the previous 4 might have given him some confidence. There we go. boundary to Danish Patel.
So
Takes him to 17.
Couple of fours in this over. One on either side of the cricket field. Ball driven into the onside. Am I seeing well that Waqas Ali is on this cricket field? Do you know Waqas Ali? So another single in the over. 10 runs in this over. And the score has gone up to 51. So 161 from 85 balls. Still asking 11.3. And they're going at 8.74. Ryan Scott on strike. Oh, wrong line from Imran Raja. Wide is the signal from umpire Ritesh. And that will have to be rebowled. So 211 posted by Texas Cowboys, led by 66 from the man bowling here, Imran Raja. And we also got a 50 from Jalad Dua, 52 not out. Here's the final ball to close out the power play session. And Raja to Scott. It's in the air, well away from any of the fielder. And that goes away, 1 bounce for 4. So Ryan Scott with another boundary is 58 for 1, Matt.
Another good shot from Ryan Scott, and he is showing all his class. 58 off of the power play. Good start here for Pennsylvania Cavaliers.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Back here at the Sunny Purchase venue, 6 overs, the power play done and dusted. 58 for 1. Not as much as the Texas Cowboys, but they're definitely up there. 9.67 and over. Matthew, you have to say Ryan Scott, very important at the moment to this run chase for these Penn Cavaliers.
Yeah, he is, and so far he's played a very, very good innings of 35 of 17 deliveries. And that's what we expected from this chase. We said if the Pennsylvania Cavaliers were to have a shot of winning this, Ryan Scott would have to get them off to a very good start, and he's doing so here. And Danish Patel is playing a good knock as well to support him as Syed Abdullah comes into the attack.
Yeah, this is something you don't see every day. Abdullah Saeed with the ball in hand. Don't think I've ever seen him. I've watched a lot of cricket that he's played in, but I don't think I've ever seen him bowl. So how often do we see this though? Captains always trying to slide in the part-time in the 7th over, thinking that, you know, the first over after the power play may just be a bit quieter. He tries to sneak one in, but to Ryan Scott, yes, he's a left-hander, but still, he's going to really go after Saeed. And this could be where it's a gamble, but it could pay off for you. If Scott tries to overhit the ball, brings our fielders with 5 outside the circle into play.
Yeah, Syed Abdullah does bowl quite a bit. So, yeah, I mean, some would still consider him a part-timer. I like to think maybe batting all-rounder. He does bowl quite a bit around the New York area. So, and he does pick up some big wickets at times. So perhaps the thinking behind the move to bring on Abdullah Saeed, trying to get the wicket of Ryan Scott, or to at least break the partnership by getting rid of Danish Patel. 49 now the partnership between these two. Danish is on 19. Ryan Scott was dropped on 17.
Yeah, that was painful. Very painful for the Cowboys, because removed Cutler early, did all the hard work. Had they got Ryan Scott, could be well on their way to victory. But now, things very tentative at the moment. Still a long way to go in this one. Very hard to predict what could happen at this stage. These two very important, though, to the run chase, you would think. This is a good over from Abdullah Saeed. So far, 60 for 1, 6.4 overs. Again, coming down the track, but unable to get much bat on it, so it'll just be another dot.
Yeah, very tidy over this from Syed Abdullah. He's managed to keep things very quiet, just starting to pull things back a little bit. It's not been a bad start for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. It's just the scoreboard pressure, knowing they've got to chase 200 plus, must be playing on their mind. Single brings up the 50 partnership, and it ends the over, 61 for 1 at the end of 7.
It's a really good length from Syed Abdullah, good economical over.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Mohamed Bajwa brought back. First over went for 9. Was it for 2 4s and that from Ryan Scott? Well, rather from, yeah, Ryan Scott. But Danish Patel on strike at the moment. He's on 20 of 21. Ryan Scott is on 36. They're more aggressive of the two. We just saw a good over from Syed Abdullah, only going for 3. What does Bajwa have in store?
But they have to be careful not to let this run rate dip too low, because still chasing a huge total, 211. Not only it would be the biggest total posted, it would also be the biggest score chased. They know the importance of this game, both these teams. Basically, you win or you go home between these two. So, prime time game in this CBTF USPL.
Bajwa, 1.1 overs for 10. Scott is on 36. This looks very, very confident and in some good form. Would have already gotten a big score. Looking to add on to that. And he just shows his quality here, Ryan Scott. Shows why he's one of the top batters in the whole country at the moment.
Off the inner half of the bat, should just be single. So Scott, since the power play is finished, has been a bit quiet. 64 for 1 now. He's 37 from 19, Ryan Scott. Danish Patel's less than a run of ball, 21 from 22. So more than a run of ball already. Well, he picks that one up, Danish Patel. Don't bother running is 6. Need a lot more of that.
That one sent into the parking lot. Danish Patel connects and connects very well. Much needed 6 there for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, because just for a moment you felt the Cowboys were starting to pull the game back into their favor. And then here comes that 6 from Danish Patel to just wake up the Cavaliers a little bit.
Extraordinary striking from Patel. Scott, partnership 58, 69 for 1. Edge past the keeper, 4 more. Things go from bad to worse for the Cowboys. I've seen some high-scoring games today.
Yeah, this one, a healthy Edge, eluding Jaladua behind the stumps and goes away for 4. So now Danish Patel starting to pick things up, realizing that both him and Ryan Scott are going to have to go, given the total that they're asked to chase. One man alone isn't going to work, and Danish Patel has gotten himself a few boundaries.
Yeah, started very slowly, Danish Patel, but he's really come into it as this innings progressed. I've seen that as a trend. Been tough to start this surface. The importance of time at the crease, dot delivery. Some words as well being shared between the two. Good to see, good cricket, good intense battle in the middle. One delivery remaining in this over. How does it finish? 12 have come from it, more than the asking rate. This is gravy, this final delivery. Good slower ball, just be one. Ends the over, 74 for 1 after 8.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ।
So apologies for that. One more delivery in the over. Scott goes through extra cover. Will be 4. The left-hander continuing along its way. After 8 overs, 78 for 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Abdullah Saeed with his spin, simple off spin. Comes down the track again, Danish Patel, but there is long on in the deep, just be one again. Like this length that he's bowled, though, Saeed hasn't been easy to hit him over the top.
Yeah, Syed Abdullah's been tight. 1.1 overs, none for 4. And he's bowling to Ryan Scott. This should be an interesting battle. How does Ryan Scott react? 9.6 the current run rate. And so far, things are calm between Abdullah and Ryan Scott. 4 bowlers used by the Texas Cowboys. It'll be interesting to see who their 5th bowler will be, and possibly a 6th. Chirubatia can bowl, so there's an option. But so far Abdullah has done very well, and this is turning out to be a very good over. Has kept Ryan Scott quiet.
Yeah, he didn't bowl yesterday, Syed Abdullah. First run out for him, but it's been a very timely spell. Just 5 runs conceded off his 10 deliveries. And when your team has to, well, when the opposition must chase over 11 runs and over, a 5-6 run over is so critical. Definitely proving your point about being a consistent and sort of seasoned option.
Danish Patel goes big. Has that gone all the way? Yes, it has gone all the way. So Danish Patel ruins a good over from Abdullah. 86 for 1.
Just went too full. Abdullah Saeed. Abdullah Saeed just too full on that occasion in terms of the length. You will need to pull that length back. Hadn't strayed there in that half volley region for the entire of his spell. Made to pay though. So look at the lineups for the Cavaliers. Still some batting to come. This one crunched. 87 for 1 now. So 87 for 1 at the end of 9.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Badvik Patel coming into the attack. More spin for the more spin for the Texas Cowboys, so-called. I can't even think right now. This is serious weather though to be playing in. Dipped under 15 degrees at one point today.
Bhavik Patel into the attack, desperate to break the partnership.
Yeah, both these batters on 40, in the 40s. Scott has taken a back seat. Danish Patel's connected with that, and it's gone all the way for 6. Really good shot on the back foot by Patel. He's using those long levers to perfection. Finding the boundary. This run chase really on at the moment. Just a single for Danish Patel. Smart batting, sensible batting at the moment.
Catch up one more. 9th over. Okay. Well, we're in the 9th, so you're good. You're in the 9th?
We're in the 10th.
So 6th.
10th over.
Bowler name, sorry.
Ryan Scott on 42. Danish Patel has overtaken him on 47.
That run rate has jumped above 10. 83 run partnership, similar to what we saw between Dua and Imran Raja. It's 118 still left to win. That's what happens when you're able to post 200.
Chance taken. There's the big wicket. Ryan Scott is dismissed. And Bhavik Patel strikes.
He didn't get to the pitch of the ball. And it was always going to be tough. So go over that man at cover. And Mohamed Bajwa takes the catch in the deep.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Audio. So, new batter in. Deep Joshi.
Deep Joshi. Mohammed Bajo.
Getting that score rectified for you as we speak.
Deep Joshi. Danish on strike though, right?
94 for 2 now with the loss of Ryan Scott. In the air, Deep Joshi's first ball. In fact, no, Danish Patel gets a 6, and that brings up his half century. So 50 for Danish Patel. And brings up the 100 as well.
Still 2 deliveries remaining in the 10th over. The 100 has already come up. Well on course to chase this down. A lot on the shoulders of Danish Patel, though, with the wicket of Ryan Scott. He's not too phased. He's on 13 from the over. Even though they've had the wicket, Patel next delivery smashes it out the ground.
Kevin Shah and Danish Patel. Danish is on 53. We're getting a cracking 6 to bring up the half century, and now he's taken command.
So it'll be a single to Patel.
Then what? 6. Nova.
1.
He didn't realize he got to 50. Now celebrates with his teammates. Danish Patel. Job far from over, though. He'll want to be celebrating a win. Expensive over from Bhavik Patel. Kevin Shah, new to the crease, ends the over with a dot ball. 102 for 2.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So good knock here from Danish Patel. He's up on 54. And Nikhil, we've seen several half century in this tournament. Where is the triple figure? Danish Patel, along with Kevin Shah out in the middle.
Patel on strike.
What a hand we've seen Danish Patel play. And on the first day of competition, Nikhil, we made a point that some new stars will come out of tournament like these. And Danish Patel is one of those.
Exactly 110. They know what they have and need to chase. I wonder, though, how crucial could that last couple of overs from Jalad Dua be, where he just took the attack to the Cavaliers bowling lineup.
So Kulvinder Singh comes into the attack.
Interesting decision now to go back to Singh. 2 tight overs in the power play. Yes, he went for 18 runs, but in the scheme of things with Scott, the way he was going, you don't mind that.
Oh, that's a lovely drive from Danish. Oh, Patel! And Abdullah comes around and overruns the ball. But that was 4, probably all over it.
Well, not mistakes you can afford to make. With a team, momentum like this completely overruns it. Saeed Abdullah. And not a good way to start the over for the Cowboys.
Yeah, good looking shot from Danish Patel. Even in T20 cricket, we could see glimpses of elegance, and that was a lovely shot through the outskirts of the outfield for 4.
Watchful to point. Yeah, a lot on Danish Patel, you would think, because we saw some inconsistency in this lower order and middle order, really, from the Cavaliers yesterday. They were bundled out for one of the lowest scores in this tournament. So Shah, though, who's at the crease along with Danish Patel, did show that he's more than capable. Got 36 late yesterday.
Yeah, Kevin Shaw is an underrated batsman. We have seen him even in minor league games. Nikhil, he's taking game away from franchises, and he's not a batsman to take easy or lightly. He comes in to strike for the first time. In fact, he would have faced the ball already. But he comes in here with 11 runs needed per over.
Yeah, this could go either way. You think, though, wicket of Patel could swing the game back in the favor of the Cowboys, because you've got 2 new batters at the crease. Not easy to just come in and start striking it the way Patel is doing. You still need to score over 11 runs and over. So wicket gets them back in this game. They have to be aware of that. Not switch off. Can't afford any mistakes in the field. Another good single, but another good delivery from Singh. Anything less than 10 overs, not going to help.
Yeah, this has been a very good over from a man that has really made his fame during the last year or so. A couple of years, no one knew who Kulvinder Singh was. And here he is, considered one of the best swing bowlers still in the country. Danish Patel continues to bat and bat solidly. 11 gone, it's 108 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So it's 108 for 2, 104 needed from 54 balls. Kevin Shaw will be on strike. It's 108 for 2.
So Patel will come back into the attack. Did get the wicket, but conceded 15 runs in his last over. Danish Patel's clearly taken a liking to him. Shad as well just gets one to get Patel back on strike. He's got to do the bulk of the scoring until Kevin Shah can get in. Only one. Last couple of overs, keeping it tight. This won't hurt them too much. Have to limit the 6 hitting. Once you limit the 6s, when you need 12 runs and over, you're in with a good chance to win this game. You also build pressure and put pressure on these 2 in the middle.
So chasing a ball wide outside the off stump, called a wide by umpire Ritesh Patel. And Kevin Shaw, we have seen once the ball is up in his arc, he's going to take it out of the park. But so far, Bhavik Patel, he's bowled well in this series. Oh, into the hands of the man at point, and that's the end. Saeed Abdullah accept a very simple chance, and Kevin Shaw, not much tonight.
Yeah, just throws it away. Soft dismissal from Shah, looking to get a move on. That's what a couple dot deliveries do, builds pressure. And Shah finds the point fielder. And how about this, Lenny? The man came at number 11 yesterday. You mentioned he can bat. He's coming in at number 5. They need the power. Can he make a difference? It's Mario Labon.
Yeah, Labon can bat. And if you watch, Labon will play some stroke. They're very conventional stroke with good technique. But we know from time to time to take the ball out of the park requires no technique at all at times. And so we'll have to wait and see. 11.8 is the asking. That's almost 12 runs and over. But you've got to applaud the effort here by the Texas Cowboy. Bhavik has come up with a very important wicket. Every wicket will be important here. But a big one will certainly be Danish Patel. He's up on 60.
Dot delivery from Bhavik Patel. Labon happy to leave that one outside the off stump. Did see a couple hits yesterday in that losing effort. And there it goes. Doesn't taste too much time, but Kuvinder Singh under it. And he can't stop it. It goes all the way for 6. Don't know why they're bowling full. Why bowl full to a man with such long levers to the smallest boundary on the ground? Seen it all throughout this tournament. Can't get it understood.
So the plan to send Mario Labon out has really worked. Second ball he has faced, he's take one out of the park. And this over's gone for 10. Bhavik has picked up a couple of wickets. The important one of Ryan Scott. But a lovely shot here from Mario Labon for 6.
He's ready.
4 more.
And he's hit that so powerfully, that Kuvinder Singh. Safe fielder, but even he can't stop that. So good over for the Cavaliers. 121 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Abdullah Saeed comes back into the attack. It's 121 for 3, 91 from 48 balls, asking 11.3. They're going just over 10 runs and over. Labon has struck a couple of big blows already. And now the strike goes over to Danish Patel. How brilliant has Danish Patel batted today?
What if Labon can do that a bit more? It takes the pressure off of the shoulders of Danish Patel. Have to continue to take wickets. Abdullah Saeed just conceded 6 runs and over in his first 2. Can he be consistent and keep that up? They'd like to go to spin. Charadua and Jaiswal, the captain. There's going to be 4 more. So Danish Patel, what a knot this has been.
He comes down the pitch, driving through the offside. And you get the sense, Nikhil, is Kulvinder Singh one of the fastest mover around. We've seen ball beating him left and right. Not to say that he's moving slow, but we've seen the pace of the ball.
Four more, another boundary, back-to-back boundaries. This man, Patel, he's taken his team and their hopes along with qualifying for the next stage with him.
And these are proper cricketing shots. Couple of 4s off this over, off the bowling of Saeed Abdullah. Comes down the track and drives the ball straight down the ground. So 8 off this over so far. 83 to win from 46 balls. It's 129 for 3. Danish Patel, he's up to 68. Could we see the first century of the tournament? Danish needs 32 more, 83 to win. He has time. And the way he is batting, he will make time to get 32 in the remaining 46 more balls remaining. Abdullah under pressure here. His first 2 over would have gone for 12. But this over's gone for 8 so far in just 2 balls.
This time straight again, but it'll just be a single. Welcome sight for the Cowboys not to see the ball going to the boundary. Now, LeBron on strike, you've got to be very careful. Cannot go full. It's not rocket science. Clearly he's so strong down the ground. Goes full, almost paying the price.
So Waqas Ali, one of the fielder there. He's a top quality fielder, Waqas Ali. But we've seen the ball beating the gap. Are those fielder a little too wide, Nikhil? Oh, that's a good ball. Couple of good balls there from Abdullah. A good comeback after being gone for 8 of the first couple of balls. Laban comes back into strike. Laban is on 11 off 4 balls. Couple of big blows in the last over. Oh, over the hands of the man, a short mid-off. But that was going to be some taking if someone was going to hold on to that. That ball was traveling.
15 from the over. This game is well in the favor of the Texas Cowboys. 136 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Johan has been given the ball. And I was just beginning to look at what the bowling options were. We have seen 5 bowlers used so far. Kulvinder Singh, Imran Raja, Mohammad Bajwa, Saeed Abdullah, and Bhavik Patel. And now comes the bowler number 6, Johan, with 76 to win from 42 balls.
Almost going at 10.5 for over. Who would have expected this? You'd think when you post or concede 211 runs in the first innings, almost deflated, but deflation. Danish Patel, Ryan Scott, and others, they're not worried about that. They're going for it. Need to get into Monday's semi-final. Run out chance. No, sorry, I'm seeing things. It's the keeper.
136 for 3.
Tell you, Lenny, this cold weather does things too. You know, I'm not used to this.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Better not be this.
So 70 for Danish Patel.
That's going to be just 2. Good work on the boundary by Mohammed.
Yeah, good bit of work here from Bajwa. Every run save will be more runs for the Penn Cavaliers to get. Texas Cowboys locked in a battle here. If they lose this game, they could seemingly be out of this tournament. Oh, poor delivery. Free hit here for Danish Patel. That's gone for 6.
Way too short. Way too short from Johan. Started well in his first 2 deliveries. Just pulls it down. Danish Patel has shown you he's so strong. Down the ground, square of the wicket. Really, he's done nothing wrong in this innings of 78. They're getting closer and closer, this Cavaliers team.
I want to think Danish Patel will be the first batsman to cross triple figure. Saturday afternoon in New York City, New York State. He's 22 runs away. He's batting solidly. And it'll be hard to stop this man. Johan will try.
He's been very selective in terms of the balls he's chosen to attack. That's what's made him so effective. Hasn't played too many high-risk shots. He's made sure that he just sticks around. He wants to take it as deep as possible. I think he's got to be there to the end if they want to win this game. He's just been too good, Danish Patel.
So LeBron turns this one into the onside, and both batters out in the middle, very calculated. They've been very measured in the attacking shots that they've played. 10 runs in this over so far. And Danish Patel, he's on 79. Doesn't time it well, and that will conclude over number 14. It's 146 for 3.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
So it appears Mohamed Bajwa gets a recall here. 2 overs, no made, none for 26. And you get the feeling, Nikhil, not too many choices are available here, and the captain will probably use the 6 bowlers that they've used. They'll pull from the 6 that they've used so far.
So how does Mario Lebon deal with the seam threat now? Mohamed Bajwa.
So we've seen some exciting games. The second game of the triple header was quite an exciting affair, and so is this one. So wide is the call, sliding down the leg side from umpire Mark Farlane.
Yeah, it's tough for these bowlers though. Obviously T20 is a game where you see a lot of bowlers in for 1 or 2 over spells. Because of how cold it is, your body can really cool down, so you have to get it up and ready. Ensure that you stay warm in the field. Out the ground. That is gone. They just have not learned. Continuously full to Mario Lebon. Not good bowling.
Yeah, people who knows Mario Lebon will not make him bat at number 11 anymore. I'm pretty sure about that. And this man has certainly deserved the promotion that he has been given. And he's up to 22 from just 7 balls.
And all of a sudden that rate much closer to 10 and over needed. It's coming down every maximum they hit. That's 7 from the first ball because of the wide. Going to be another one as well. This is the perfect execution of how to hunt down a big total. 211 on the board. It's just played so well.
And you get the feeling Mohamed Bajwa under pressure. And he seems very alone, Nikhil. No one is talking to him. No one close to him. No advice. He seems to be very alone. 8 runs off this over. He's under pressure.
Cow corner comes up in the circle, an area where Lebon is so powerful in. Now he's going to send him back. So, yeah, not sure the thinking of having the cow corner up in the circle. Brings up the deep square leg. In the air, easy catch taken. Kuvinder Singh makes no mistake. And after a couple of lusty blows from Lebon, he's got to depart. Much better option outside the off stump. Even if you want to be full, it cannot be straight at these hitters. He's gone. 154 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको भी हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the new batsman that comes to the middle, deep Joshi, but Danish Patel will be on strike. He's up to 79. We've seen 8 runs in this over.
Yeah, the Cowboys have to know, though, if they can get this wicket of Patel, pressure back on this Cavaliers team. Slaps that again. This has been a superb innings from Patel.
So 9 runs off this over. Bajwa would have picked up his first wicket of this game. And it all comes down to 57 from 33 balls. Still 3 balls left in this over. He ran up 5 times, a couple of wides already. And we're coming to bowl to the new batsman, Deep Joshi.
Gets off the mark straight away, Joshi.
So matches continues tomorrow, Sunday morning.
What do we have in store for the viewers, Lenny?
So tomorrow's game, we'll see Washington Hawks. They got a day off today. Will come up against the Maryland Mavericks. That's the early morning game. In fact, that's the 12 o'clock game. Sorry. So we'll go to the morning game. Florida Sharks will take on the Gothams. And then Washington Hawks will come up against Maryland Mavericks. And then the evening games, New Jersey Titans will take on Carolina Eagles. So those are your 3 games for tomorrow.
Sharks against Gothams. That could be a very good game. Gotham's under serious pressure. Sorry, the Sharks. Both teams really one win. The winner of that probably will go through to the next stage. This is coming our way. It's big, it's long, and it's 6. Danish Patel, wow.
Yeah, I think this man will get a triple figure here this afternoon. Danish Patel goes up to 86 from 51 balls, 50 to win from 30, 15 overs gone, 162 before.
Just 50 left from the last 5. Don't go anywhere.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
So 50 runs needed from 30 balls. Bhavik Patel will come back into the attack. And Nikhil, we're beginning to see 197 not safe. And it looks like a 212, 211 not safe.
You've done all the hard work, the Cavaliers, to get to this position. Now you need a standard 10 runs from the last 5 overs. You've got 6 wickets in hand. This is your game to win. Be very sensible about the cricket that you play. And instead he's bowled. Bhavik Patel into the attack. Cleans up Deep Joshi.
And this is where it's going to get interesting. We know Danish Patel, he's up on 86. He will have to go into overdrive. But they still need 50 from 29 balls.
Just need to get a single to get Danish Patel on strike. You want him facing every delivery. Just hitting it so well. Joshi's gone for 162 for 5.
Look like Meet Shaw.
inside the 16th over. Still 5 deliveries remain. Our sponsors, of course, wouldn't be possible without them. CBTF USPL, what a success it's been so far in the first 2 days. Still 2 more days. Last day of group stage matches tomorrow, and then Monday comes the finals day. 2 semi-finals and then the final in the evening to round off the tournament.
So we've seen a lot of Shah. Here comes Mitul Shah with 50 to win from 29 balls. What a start here from Bhavik in the 16th over. He has taken out Deep Joshi. So another twist in the tail as Bhavik will come into ball to meet Mitul Shah. $162 for 550 from 28. Big swing and a miss. Some balls, some good bowling here from Bhavik Patel.
They were appealing for a caught behind. You see, this is the problem. You have to just get Danish Patel on strike. The longer he's starved of the strike, the more he cools down. Just get him back on strike. This is 4 balls now. They haven't scored a run. All of a sudden, the rate going back up to 11.5. Not smart cricket from the Cavaliers. That man, Danish Patel, on the other end is on fire. Get him back on strike. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. It's 5 deliveries without scoring for the Cavaliers. Could this be the over to turn the tide?
Not too sure if Shaw knows the plan. On the final ball coming up.
Well, don't get one now. Do not get a single now.
I was just going to make a point that this is what will happen. He'll get a single now. And then we go to part 2 of Bhavik Patel's over. But this has been a quality over.
Oh, you cannot run. That's smart cricket from Danish Patel. You cannot run there.
Maiden wicket.
A maiden wicket, the 16th over. 162 for 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So from 50 needed from the last 5 overs, all of a sudden it's 50 needed from the last 4. It was so manageable. You have to just think the cricket.
So Imran Raja has been throwing the ball. He's had a very good day, Imran Raja. And he probably want to keep it that way. And what a better day will probably be to win this match. He's been throwing the ball. Very important spell as this at this juncture of the game. Danish Patel still the danger man here. And so Imran Raja will come into bowl to Danish Patel. He's up to 86 from 51 balls.
Four overs remaining. They want to get everything right. Taking a long time to bowl these overs.
And thankfully the light has gotten a tad brighter. And I want to think by the end of this game the sunshine will come out. 162 for 5, 50 to win from 24 balls. It's been like that for the last 12 balls. And much to the benefit of the bowling team, Texas Cowboys.
How much has that little break affected Danish Patel? We'll find out. In the air, not much. It's gone for 4. He just picks up right where he left off 2 overs ago and gets into the 90s.
So 90 runs here for Danish Patel off 51 balls. They need 46 from 23. And if there's one man who could bring it home, it will have to be Danish Patel.
quality knock from Patel. Job far from finished though. He's got to get 46 runs. Keep saying he's got to face the majority of the deliveries. Even though they've got 5 wickets in hand. Can't leave it to anyone else. Has to take it deep.
Fact is, coming into this over, Imran Raja would have gone for 30 off 3 overs, so he's gone for almost 10 and over. But not too many options and choices left here. Kulvinder still has 1. Bajwa has 1. Abdullah has 1. Bhavik, he has picked up 3 for 28. He has 1. And not too sure if you want to go back to Johan. So the 97, Danish Patel will go up to 97. That's a big, in fact, Meet Shaw has struck this one out of the park.
Full delivery in the slot. Has to be hit. That's momentum. 39 now required from 21 deliveries.
And that's the funny thing about strike rate. That's the funny thing about strike rate, Nikhil. We've seen Meet Shaw face 5 balls not getting off the mark, and all of a sudden he's 6 off 6. 39 to win from 21 balls, asking 11 runs and over.
Very gettable, very gettable. Gonna be a wide. Could have easily been a no ball as well. Has to be careful. Pressure getting to him, Imran Raja. He was so good with the bat. But that's being overshadowed by this performance from Danish Patel.
So we've seen 6 wide so far with 1 no ball. And so while the extras have relatively been low, they come at a very critical juncture. Now they're challenging the fielder. They make mistake. The throw comes in.
Keeper doesn't pick it up.
And they come back for 2. So this is very good running between Shaw and Patel. Playing the ball into the infield. A very spread field. And they pick up a couple of runs. So 14 runs off this over. That's exactly more than what Penn Cavaliers really need.
A win that would put them in the finals. Celebrating, and not sure why. The keeper didn't go up either, Jaladua.
So he's been given out. He is been given out, caught behind. So Meet Shaw falls. It's 176 for 6.
Have to see that one on replay. So the umpire's giving him out. He's not walking off. Not sure what the hold-up is. The umpire's signaled out. Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah, McFarlane typically makes very firm decision. He's not going to back down on the decision that he has made and that he is no. And so Meet Shaw.
Not smart from Meet Shaw either. Yes, okay, you're upset. You've been given out. You're breaking the momentum of this innings. The more time you spend in the middle, the more time you argue. Just killing momentum.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of dissent to the umpiring call. And if this was an international game. Nikhil, the penalties are very stiff when it comes to showing dissent towards decision. So 176 for 6, 36 from 19 balls. New man walks to the middle. This could be Manu Sharma, but we'll confirm all of that. I don't know the batsman name.
Batsman name.
One delivery remaining in the over. Gonna take a single. 2 is the call. Has to hurry. Sent back by Patel smartly. So at end of the over, he won't be on strike. Danish Patel, 177 for 6.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So, Danish Patel, not on strike. Needs to get back to strike though. 3 overs remain. 35 is very gettable.
So Manu Sharma is the new man in. Would have picked up a single, and Bhavik Patel will finish up here. Bhavik has been bowling good. 3 for 28. And so 35 to win from 18 balls. Asking 11.6. They're going at 10.4. And this is good bowling from Bhavik. All of a sudden, he pitches the ball a tad more up, realizing he's bowling to Manu Sharma. He's bowling to a new batsman and not Danish Patel. So a lot of equipment change. Manu Sharma has shelved the helmet, has a few words with Danish Patel, and he looks quite confident that he can bring this home. 35 to win from 17 ball. Bhavik comes into bowl to Manu Sharma. Oh, short ball, should have done a little bit more with that one, and couple of dot balls. So ball played up to long off. Protection out there, Saeed Abdullah. And brings the equation down to 34 to win from 15 balls. Danish Patel, he's chasing 100. He's chasing a match win here. 34 to win from 15 balls. Will he be the first batsman to cross triple figure in this series? He's up to 91. 9 more remaining. 34 to win this match.
Danish Patel back on strike. All important delivery. It's an edge. It's in the air. But there's no fielder back on that deep square leg boundary, so it's going to be running. Just 2. Keeps the strike. Danish Patel. He's realized that he has to single-handedly win this game. But it's just slipped away from them in the last couple of overs. The Cavaliers needed 50 off the last 5 with 5 wickets in hand. But not smart cricket has now meant that they've got to get 13, close to 14 runs on over. They've only got 3 from this one.
Very smart shot here from Danish Patel. He played a ball that where no man was. And had it been one of those regular games, would have come back for 3, but he wants to retain strike. And he's up to 93, 32 to win from 14 balls. This over's gone well for Bhavik. He's gone for 3 in 4 balls.
He's got about all the overs here. Danish Patel, all the remaining deliveries, I think. Because they need boundaries. Down the track. Hasn't got it. Has not got it. Danish Patel. It's taken.
Abdullah.
Saeed Abdullah takes the catch, and that could be the game over.
Well, what a game we have seen, and what a knock we have seen from Danish Patel. He falls for 93 from 53 balls. Abdullah comes up with a catch. He held on for dear life. And what we have seen here, we have seen a comeback here from the Texas Cowboys. 32 to win from 13 balls. Danish gone.
There's too much pressure on one man. They just didn't play smart cricket. Too many dot deliveries. Remember that 16th over was a maiden wicket over. Just put too much pressure on him, but what a knock. Tournament best 93 from 55 balls from Danish Patel. He should hold his head high, but his team going to find it very difficult to win from this position with the danger man Patel gone.
Yeah, they needed 100 from him, 100 and a little more for him to pull it off, but he's done his job. A well played 93 that brought them into the home stretch but couldn't carry them over the line. Abdullah comes up with a very good catch, and so 32 needed it in 2.1 overs. Manu Sharma looking for runs, it's not there, and so that will complete over number 18, and after 18 it's 180 for 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Kuvinder Singh will bowl the penultimate over. 32 from 2 overs without Danish Patel. We'll need a miracle from here. 2 new batters at the crease.
So Kulvinder Singh none for 24. Manoj Acharya. In fact, yeah, Manoj Acharya on strike. We've seen very good batting from Danish Patel, Mario Laban towards the end, Ryan Scott to give them a very good start. We've seen very good bowling from Bhavik Patel. Bhavik picked up 4 for 31 in his bowling spell. Kulvinder Singh, Manoj Acharya, look at that. He's gone all the way.
This game isn't finished yet. Acharya just flicking for 6. One final twist to the tail. Gonna need a lot more of those. 5 of them gets them over the line. Well played by Acharya. But it's only gonna be a single.
So 25 in 10 balls. Manoj Acharya has given the Pennsylvania Cavaliers some bit of hope with that shot. Manu Sharma on 2. He's the man on strike. Gets a short ball. Can't do much. Can't do anything at all. Goes through to Jala Dua. And so 25 to win from 9.
It's 2 dot balls in a row by Kulvinder Singh.
Kulvinder Singh bending his back now. He's pulled a couple of balls with some bit of effort. He's given up 7 in this over so far. A 6 off the bat of Manoj Acharya. But he's bowled so much better to Manu Sharma. Sharma is driving. Waqas Ali is posted at long on.
Just be 1. $24 to get from 7 balls. They're going to have to hit maximums. Really good disguise. Good slower ball from Kulvinder Singh. Has a laugh about it as well. End of 19, 188 for 7.
Matu.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
.24 to get from the final over. Still freezing cold here. It's going to be Mohamed Bawa. Need a miracle from Manu Sharma to get them over the line.
So Group A, points table, Washington Hawks, they're on 3 points. Maryland Mavericks, they're on 2. Pennsylvania Cavaliers, they're on 2. Texas Cowboy, they are on 1. So a win here for the Texas Cowboy will put them at the top of the table along with Washington Hawks. As Bajwa runs in. And they're going to run on anything. This is good running. And they scamper through for what could be a bye here. So 23 from 5 balls. And in Group B, Florida Sharks, they're on 2 points. Carolina Eagles, they get ahead. Ranak Sharma and the boys, they're on 4 points. New Jersey Titans on 2. And Gotham, yes, yet to put points on the table.
Gotham's would have won this morning.
Oh, they won?
Unmuk Chan. Oh, no, they didn't. Sorry, Riyad Emirates and Lendl Simmons. This one down the ground.
So 22 to win from 4 balls.
And here you think all but over, to be honest. Very tough. As soon as Danish Patel was dismissed, he went with the hopes. Connected with that well, but straight to the man. And keeps the strike. Just not necessary at this stage of the innings. Why are you bowling wides? Extras, you're on top of the game. Just close it out. Trying to go wide of the off stump.
So Manu Acharya and Manu Sharma will have to strike boundaries there. 3 balls left. 22 still to get. Mohamed Bajwa, all he needs to do is to bowl legal balls to start with. And then see what happens as he comes into Acharya. That's a good delivery. Can score. And now the game comes down to the last 2 balls. 190 for 7. Another well-played cricket game in this CBTF USPL Phase 1 tournament. Into the onside, Salek Iqbal. No run here from Manu Acharya, so he's decided to stay. Not too sure if Manu Sharma likes what's going on. So 22 to win after this last ball. Let's go. Manu Acharya on strike. Bajwa tugs into the onside and they're walking off. So dot ball here. And so what have we got? Texas Cowboy wins by 21 runs, Nikhil.
Pretty convincing in the end, but at one stage with Danish Patel, it didn't look so. We'll be happy with that. But a big win for the Cowboys to get their first win on the tournament. They win by some 21 runs. A good performance by them overall. When we come back, we'll have the post-match presentation.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of the CBTF USPL in association with MTR. What a thrilling showcase we've seen between these two teams, the Texas Cowboys and the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, keeping all of you viewers on your toes, I'm pretty sure. Join with me here is the founder of USPL, Jaydeep Singh. How have you been loving this action?
Fantastic. I think all the games have been just out of the park in terms of the way the teams have gone and fought for it. I think it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Very, very thrilling.
Absolutely. And I have with me the man of the match from the Cowboys, Imran Raja, for 66 runs and 2 wickets. You know, what a performance with the bat. We spoke in the mid-innings, and then coming out here, taking the 2 wickets. I mean, you know, what a match that was.
या इस मैच काफ़ी मुश्किल था. हमें लग नहीं रहा था क्योंकि 211 करके कि जो सामने अपोजिट टीम है वो में इतना टफ टाइम देंगे, बट वो बहुत अच्छा खेले हैं. तो बट ये है कि हमारे बॉलर्स ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की है तो जीत गए मैच.
हाँ, नहीं, काफ़ी जो बॉलर्स थे उन्होंने भी काफ़ी कमबैक किया. जब भी वो रन्स बना रहे थे, ऑब्वियसली रायन स्कॉट का विकेट था और फिर आपने 2 विकेट्स लिए, सो भाविक पटेल ने 4 विकेट ली, तो वो बहुत ही बढ़िया था.
जी, भाविक के ओवर मेरे ख्याल से वो मैच टर्निंग था जहाँ पे भाविक ने 2 ओवर मैडन निकाला, फिर 2 रन पे निकाला. वो मेरे ख्याल से वही थे मैच टर्निंग पॉइंट.
Well, congratulations on that man of the match.
Thank you so much.
Next, I have the winning skip from the Texas Cowboys. First win in the tournament, obviously one abandoned match, and this win has kept the hope alive to make it to the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, very thrilling match, and first of all, I want to congratulate the Danesh, who scored. I don't know whether he scored a century or not, but that was a great knock. And my team, tremendous comeback in the game. At one point in time, it was so close, and then Bhavik came. He bowled, very good bowling. Made an over, 2 runs. He took wickets, as well as at the time of batting, of course, Imran Raja, he batted so well. Jalad, he played well too, and other guys also chipped in. Abdullah, Rizwan, other guys, right? So, and Kulwinder, who is our main pacer, strike bowler, he really bowled well. So, first win, and we have 3 points on the table. So yeah, looking forward. Let's see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, one question, being a skip, especially when games get so intense like they did, right? You never knew, you were never in a comfortable position with the way the runs were coming on board. How do you keep the nerves, of the bowlers, of the team, stay put?
Right. I mean, even though they were scoring runs, so they were good pace, but at the same time, they were, since we had put 211, they always need more than 10 runs in an over, right? So I mean, once a team needs 10 runs per over, you always have chances. You know that if 1 or 2 good overs goes, you are back in the game, and that's what happened. Bhavik, he bowled a mid over, and we were back in the game.
We definitely saw that attacking, field play in the end as well, trying to get those wickets. But 3 points on the table tomorrow. I know you'll be watching closely, and hopefully we'll see you in the playoffs on Monday.
Thank you. Sure.
Thank you. Well, that's it for day 3's action. We have more action coming tomorrow morning, so stay tuned. A lot more cricket coming your way.